to our far side, and he is still down. Rosinski's has 2 goals today, including one on the power play for the Spacemen. So Mike Sutt, our athletic trainer today, tending to Mr. Rosinski's. The 18-year-old from Barbados, Illinois, former Kankakee Irish Illinois high school hockey ranks. Played 6 games with a Spaceman Premier program with 1 goal. He's had himself a good one today, Matt Naiman. 2 goals today. The first one and then the last one, which came on the power play.
Yeah, definitely a player that they don't want to lose, and unfortunately he's down right now. Hopefully it's nothing serious, just got bumped up. And
him and Zhua collided, and Rosinski just kind of landed awkwardly in the boards. And he is up, so that's good news.
All right, Fort Wayne's got a comfortable lead, so even if they sit him the rest of the game, just to kind of rest up, but then he's back for the playoffs. He's going back into the locker room.
Yeah, he's heading right to the locker room. With 16:33 to go here in period number 3. So just a collision between him and Scott Zhua, and just Rosinski just landed awkwardly right where the boards meet the ice is where his leg met. Just kind of landed awkwardly. 16:33 to go here in the third period. Max Lee taking the draw.
And he gets it.
And he won it cleanly.
Something you don't see Max Lee in that position taking a faceoff very often.
No.
I think I can count on one hand the amount of times he's done that.
And that might have been one finger.
Yeah.
He won the draw cleanly. Comes back to Templeton. Xavier Templeton. Up to Camden Blavet. Blavet now. Over to Keegan Power. Power over to Colson White.
He had that wide open there, too.
He did. It went right through his skates. Wheeler off the boards to Gavin Otto. Otto over to Carson Stomp. Up to Max Lee. Max Lee looking for Jason Shores. Instead found Joe Candelaro. And Lee lost his stick. Goes back to Sam Hansen. Hansen around the boards, not out. Kept in by Heber with a shot. And a penalty coming.
Interference.
It's on the Spaceman. Joe Candelaro, 2-minute monitor for interference. That'll put the Jets back in the Metro Jets Foundation power play.
And that's a player that Fort Wayne doesn't want to lose on that on this penalty kill. He's a player that they need out there on that penalty kill. So again, time is not on the Jet side right now, as they got to try to come up with 4 here with just 15:38 left to go here in this third period.
Well, we said it earlier, most important power play of the year. Well, again, most important power play of the year.
Well, I mean, that could have, that both of them were. I mean, if they would have scored on that one that bled over, score on this one, you got yourself a game. You crawled yourself right back into it, but now they're still down 4.
Axonov with a shot, blocked to LeGros. Nice poke check there by Colin Nelson. Comes back to Sam Hansen. Hansen couldn't keep it in. No, he did keep it in.
I thought that was off.
I thought it was too. Jets may have caught a break there. Dix over to Hansen. Hansen steps up, fires up high and wide. Jets caught a break there. Axonov had it knocked away by Stratman, who sends it all the way down. $14:50 to go here in period number 3. Jets trail 4-0. Fort Wayne Spaceman penalty to number 10, Joe Candelaro.
Gets right by Axonov, is able to get it all the way back down the other end of the zone as Purdy's going to set that up.
A 2-minute monitor for interference at the 4-minute 22nd mark of the third period.
That long pass went off the skate of Graham as Graham's trying to get out on that, puts Parks down to the ice.
Comes back to Connor Wheeler, over to Dmitry Axonov, who's back on the D for the power play. He's been playing forward this game. Actually started as a left wing. Grady Smith to Grayson Laprise. Laprice of Braden Graham. Connor Wheeler couldn't keep it in. Graham got there ahead of Blavet. Blavet grabs it back. Knocked away by Wheeler. And it comes back over to Gavin Otto. 12 seconds left in the power play. Comes back to Alex Roth. Roth takes it behind his own net. Kills off valuable time on this power play. Max Lee sends it across. And yep.
Too many men.
Yep. Saw that a mile away. So the Jets will now go 0-2 just as the power play expired.
Man.
2-minute bench minor, 2 minute man on the ice. That is not what the Jets needed.
And that was just unfortunate, too, because he was heading back to the bench. That pass over, didn't realize he was coming off the ice, hit his skate, which initiated that too many men.
Yes, it did. Now the Spacemen will go on their third power play of the day. They're 1 for 2. Colson White takes the draw, wins it over to Noah Chambers. Alex Ross sends it over to the corner for Ryan Wempe. Your reigning USPHL Elite Midwest Division Offensive Player of the Week. Lost it to Eli Schwarzer. Cheney had it knocked away by Schwarzer. Blavet now over to Alex Roth. Roth will bring it in. Roth back into the wide with a shot off the right shoulder of Arnold Party. Another shot there, and Party steers that aside. Picked up by Nicholas Cheney. Over to Alex Roth. Roth sends it towards the net. Goes wide. Rylan Wempe grabs it. Pressure by fellow 19, Scott Jua. Wempe up to Alex Roth. Roth now over to Blavet. Blavet over to Nicholas Cheney. Had it knocked away by Scott Jua. Right on in front of Colson White with a shot. Save made by Party. Every save's big now. Metro Jets penalty.
As Feinfrock goes back, gather that up. He gets into neutral ice as Powers is up along the wall.
Metro Jets penalty, a bench minor with 2 minute man in the ice. Being served by the number 43 at
Fort Wayne out of their zone again, over in the corner.
22 seconds of the third period. That means the Jets
gets it over to Feinfrock. Feinfrock's looking for a place to pass. Passes it over. Shot glove down by Parity.
With 12:04 to go here in the third period. Home ice advantage on the line. 28 seconds left in the bench minor for too many men on the Jets. Time winding down. Keegan Power grabs it for Tyson Feinfrock. Knocked away by Jarrett LeGros. And gets it down the neutral zone, down to the Spaceman end. 10 seconds left in the power play. At this point, Matt Naiman, you can't hold anything back, even being on the penalty kill.
No, you gotta go for it. I mean, time, going into this period, it wasn't on their side. Try to get 4 goals just to tie it up in 20 minutes. That's a tall order.
That's the thing. The Jets don't necessarily have to win this game. They just got to get it to overtime. It goes to overtime. The Jets clinch home ice, but they got to score 4 goals. They got to score 1 first. Picked up by Keegan Power. Over to Tyson Feinfrock. Feinfrock with a shot, and Party gobbles it up with 11:05 to go here in the third period. Coming up right after this game, it'll be the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show will begin immediately following this game as a nice programming note for our friends at Black Bear TV World Headquarters in Youngstown, Ohio. So that's coming up right after the conclusion of this game. Party leaves it there for Gavin Otto, for Grayson Laprice. Laprice had it knocked away by Matt Shackert. Shackert over to Jake Hayden, knocked away by Grady Smith. Smith now with Laprice heading towards the net. Smith had it knocked away by Dylan Parks. Nice play by Parks. to negate the opportunity by Grady Smith. He had Grayson Laprise heading towards the net. Braden Graham feeds it back to Ethan Lorraine. Lorraine now to Grady Smith. Collides with Laprise, and Smith knocked into the boards by Matt Shackert. Otto will grab it. Eli Schwarzer trying to tip it up to Max Lee, instead picked off by Xavier Templeton. 10 minutes remaining here in the third period. Fort Wayne Spaceman lead 4-0. Braden Rosinski with 2 goals. Colson White with a goal and assist. Hayden Stratman with a goal today. Max Lee will send it in. Noah Chambers will grab it. Chambers led towards the net, and Chartel wisely covers as Templeton voices his displeasure at Eli Schwarzer chopping at it. 9:31 to go.
USA down 1-0 against Canada right now.
Women's gold medal game. But that's not as important as this one. 4-0, Spaceman up on the Jets. Max Lee will take the draw. He will send it over to the corner, but Xavier Templeton was there. Max Lee's 2 for 2 on faceoffs, by the way. Juba keeps it in temporarily. Juba goes back after it. Noah Chambers. Couldn't get it into the zone. Now picked up by Blavet. Blavet looking for Keegan Power. Had it knocked away. Eli Schwarzer had it kicked in. Offside. 9:03 to go. These two teams are going to play each other over the weekend of February 27th, 28th, and March 1st. In round number 2 of the 2026 USPHL Elite Midwest Division Playoffs. And in about 9 minutes, we're going to know where. Axonoff grabs it. Up to Ronnie Lubers, who deflects it in. Not far enough for icing, or is it? It's
Nope.
not. Nelson had to play it. Tyler Dix almost picked it off. Now he gets it. Feeds it behind the net. Jared LeGros goes after it. Ahead of Alex Roth. Over to Dmitry Axonoff. Axonoff's shot was gone. Went wide. Callan Nelson, pass intercepted by Lubers. Was bailed out by Rylan Wempe. Wempe deflects into the Jet zone. That's the thing with the Spaceman, Matt. They don't have to score. They are clock watching right now.
Yeah.
They don't have to press. Though given an opportunity, they will. Tyson Feinfrock with a shot, deflected, puck's loose in the goal crease, and kicked away by Party. Ronald Wempe pushed off the puck by Dmitry Axonoff. Bouncing puck kept in by Heber. Lubers trying to get it out. Kept in by Feinfrock. Puck is still in the Jet zone, and Feinfrock came out with it. Shot save made off the pad of Party. And puck deflects down into the Spaceman zone.
No icing on that one. Oh, no. They did.
Play with a high stick.
Yep.
Play with a high stick. And speaking of sticks, one stick is broke. That was play with a high stick. So face-off will be in the Spaceman zone. We're pretty sure Megan Eisenbarger, social media specialist, photographer for the Fort Wayne Spaceman, pacing the floors, watching this one. Appreciate all what she does with the Spaceman. Had the lineups in my email bright and early this morning. Appreciate it. Connor Wheeler couldn't keep it in. Picked up by big Nathan Wolf. Pass went through everybody, now Wheeler. Trying to feed it to Carson Stump. Knocked away by Wolf. Wolf will bring it in. With a shot. Just was looking for the top side. Wolf bounds there with Jason Shores. Comes back to Gavin Otto. Otto now to Connor Wheeler. 6:55 to go here in the third period. LeVay with a shot off the blocker of Arnold Party. LeVay keeps it in. Was looking for Cameron Reese. Jason Shores knocked off the puck by LeVay. Cameron Reese is there, so is Carson Stomp. The Spacemen are perfectly fine with how things are going right now. No sense of urgency at all on the part of the Spacemen. As Gavin Otto back to Connor Wheeler. 6:15 to go. Brody Jamrick trying to knock it in. And Connor Wheeler looking for Grayson Laprise. Deflects it in. He's going to go after it. Laprise off angle shot. Chartel makes a save. Laprise feeds it back to Connor Mulligan. Mulligan now over to Grady Smith. Smith's shot was partially blocked by Nelson. Alex Roth now to Nicholas Cheney. Cheney looking for Stratman. Stratman splits the D, but Ethan Lorraine catches back up to him. Lorraine to Grady Smith. 5:35 to go here in the third period. Lorraine over to Mulligan. Mulligan to Laprise, who deflects it in. Chartel's going to play it there for Nelson. Colin Nelson wraps it around the boards. Not out. Kept in by Lorraine. But picked off there by Nicholas Cheney. Looking for Keegan Power. Knocked away by Grady Smith. Smith now to Laprise. At the end of a long shift. Connor Mulligan brings it in. Keegan Power picked his pocket. Big hit, but unfortunately, it was Mulligan on Chambers. Right down in front, save, rebound, save made again by Arnold Party with 4:55 to go. Make it 4:54 to go. Shot 6-6 in this third period. 42-18 overall in favor of the Spacemen.
I haven't seen a game like this with the Jets being outshot as this much in a very, very, very long time. This is just a untypical game of the Metro Jets. They just can't seem to get it together right now.
Carson Stomp with a shot into the glove of Chartel. 4:37 to go. Barring an absolute catastrophic collapse, the Fort Wayne Spacemen are in position to host the second round of the playoffs in the USPHL Elite Midwest Division against these Metro Jets over the weekend of February 27th, 28th, and March 1st at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Chicago T-Rex will host the Chicago Cougars next weekend. Bouncing puck on Party, and he'll make the save. February 27th, 28th, and March 1st is the first round of the playoffs. The T-Rex will host the Cougars the following weekend. The second round begins over the weekend of March 6th, 7th, and 8th. The Chicago Crush will host the winner of the Chicago T-Rex Chicago Cougars first round series. And at the moment, the Fort Wayne Spacemen will host these Metro Jets in the other second round matchup in the USPHL Elite Midwest Division. Gavin Otto, bouncing puck goes wide. Tyler Dix over to Ronnie Lubers. Lubers with a shot blocked by Wolf. Axonoff keeps it in. Looking for Lubers. Lubers with a shot saved by Chartel. And he'll hang on with 3:27 to go. Megan wants us to let us know she is not pacing right now. She's pretty calm.
I would be too.
And she has every right to be right now.
With a 4-0 lead, very, very extremely comfortable with just over 3 minutes left.
Candelaro had it knocked away by Gavin Otto, gets it back. Otto now to Tyler Dix. Dix puts on the brakes. Waits for reinforcements. Over to Grayson Laprise. Laprise went through just about everybody. Shot there off the pad of Chartel. And the puck goes all the way down. Oh, Party came out to play it, negated the icing. 2:50 to go. Here in the third. And with next year's shift here within the Metro Jets organization to the NCDC, along with 2 premier teams, maybe witnessing a little bit of history here, Matt Naiman.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And, you know, it's going to be a big change for next season. It's a little bit with the NCDC. It's a bit of a longer schedule, just by a handful of games.
Yeah, the NCDC usually typically a 50-game schedule as opposed to 44 on the premier side. Ethan Lorraine, over to Rylan Wempe. Comes over to Max Lee. Lee was stomped, 2 on 1.5. Lee had it knocked away by Colson White. Scott Jua with the puck. Over to Max Lee. Lee looking for Jua, had it knocked away by Colson White, knocked in the neutral zone. Well, Matt Naiman, the second round of the 2026 USPHL Elite Midwest Division Playoffs, the Chicago Crush will host the winner of the Chicago T-Rex Chicago Cougar Series, and the Fort Wayne Spacement will host the Metro Jets at PSM Ice House.
They did
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
They did the one thing that they needed to do. They got the W, where the Jets had a couple different outs, either win or go to overtime, and they weren't able to do either. Unfortunately.
The finalized schedule will be announced in the coming weeks once the regular season is complete. But we do know the second round of the playoffs will be over the weekend of March 6th, 7th, and 8th at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Both teams, as well as the Chicago Crush, have earned a first-round bye. The only first-round matchup is the Chicago T-Rex hosting the Chicago Cougars next weekend, February 27th, 28th, and if needed, March 1st. 1 minute remaining in the third period. And again, with the Jets moving up to the NCDC, keeping 2 teams in the premier side of things, we're witnessing an end of an era, Matt Naiman.
Yeah. I mean,
it was a brief era, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is it. This will be it for the Elite, for the Metro Jets.
Now, the only way the Jets can host a playoff round now is if the winner of the T-Rex and the Cougar series upsets the Chicago Crush, and then the Jets, big save by Party, and the Jets defeat the Spacemen in the second round. The Jets by then would be the only team left, the highest remaining seed left.
They're looking for, there it goes.
Would then host in that regard. That's the only way that you will see the Jets Elite play another home game here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena.
You want to know something with some of these teams? Games that we'd be like, oh, yeah, so-and-so should win it, and there's an upset. We've seen that plenty of times this season. So, you know, nothing's off the table. Not yet.
8 seconds left as Party makes a save.
Except for Jets getting home ice right now.
Right.
That's off the table.
So congratulations to the Chicago Crush, your 2026 USPHL Elite Midwest Division champions. And congratulations to the Fort Wayne Spacemen, who have earned the number 2 seed in the 2026 USPHL Elite Midwest Division playoffs. They will host the Metro Jets on March 6th, 7th, and 8th at PSM Ice House. Final score, Fort Wayne Spacemen 4, Metro Jets 0. Shots on goal in the third period. Fort Wayne with 12, game total of 48. Well, the Metro Jets with 6, game total of 18. Final score, Fort Wayne Spacement 4, Metro Jets 0. Coming up next, USPHL Premier Play, the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, will face off against the Fort Wayne Spacement on the Premier side. Your SESPayroll.com, 3 stars of the game. Number 3 star, 1 goal and 1 assist for the Fort Wayne Spacement, the 26 of Colson White. Your number 2 star of the game, 2 goals, including the game winner, another one on the power play for the Fort Wayne Spacement, the 77 of Braden Rosinski's. And your number 1 star of the game, his 2nd shutout of the season, both coming against the Metro Jets. 18 shots, 18 saves for the Fort Wayne Spacement, the 32 of Austin Chartel is your SESPayroll.com player of the game. We'll step aside for about a minute, come right back. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show, Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, will face off against the Fort Wayne Spacement in USPHL Premier Play. You've been watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. Final score of this one, Fort Wayne Spacement 4, Metro Jets 0. The Fort Wayne Spacement have earned the number 2 seed in the USPHL Elite Midwest Division. They will face the Metro Jets in round 2, March 6th to the 8th. The following is a presentation of Black Bear Sports Group. Watch the entire 2025-2026 United States Premier Hockey League season exclusively in the new home of USPHL Hockey, Black Bear TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Second game of our Thursday doubleheader, this one in USPHL Premier Play, and features the former 2-time USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions and 3-time National Championship Tournament participants, the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. My name is Matt Breer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club, up high in the flight deck, alongside color analyst, Black Bear TV broadcast producer Matt Naiman. As Matt's getting his notes all gathered up and ready to go, we'll jump right into the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. For all of your oral surgery needs, some facial trauma reconstruction, oral pathology, pre- and post-pathologic surgery, and more, Dr. Robert John, an oral maxillofacial surgeon, offers a full scope of oral maxillofacial surgical procedures. Almost 25 years of experience, Dr. John brings a unique combination of medical expertise, precision, and compassionate care to the practice. Learn more at TroyOralSurgery.com. 6th and final meeting of the season between the Metro Jets Development Program and the Fort Wayne Spacemen. The last time these two teams played was back on January 21st right here at MCIA. MJDP skating to a 4-3 victory over the Fort Wayne Spacemen. The Fort Wayne Spacemen, they have already clinched the 2026 USPHL Premier Midwest Division Championship. The Metro Jets Development Program are currently 3rd in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division. 18 wins, 22 losses, 1 overtime loss, no shootout losses. They need a win today. They need a win tomorrow against the Fresh Coast Freeze, and they need help from the Chicago Cougars, who play the Chicago T-Rex for the first of 3 straight games in 3 straight days later on tonight. And Matt Naiman, MJDP is a tall hill to climb if they want to host in the second round of the playoffs. Keeping in mind, there is still a slight chance MJDP could fall out of that first round bye.
Yeah. I mean, they could. They gotta keep their foot on the gas this game. They where Fort Wayne was able to completely dominate the Metro Jets Elite Club, and they're going to be looking to do the same thing here against this MJDP squad.
Fort Wayne has clinched the 2026 USPHL Premier Midwest Division Championship. It is their 3rd championship in 4 years. 32 wins, 11 losses. No overtime losses, no shootout losses, 64 points. They've won the last 3, and they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. MJDP is limping into this game 3-7 in their last 10 games. They need to win today. They need to win tomorrow against Fresh Coast, and they need help.
Yeah, so they're going to have to stand tall here today, and it's going to be tough because, everyone loves beating the Metro Jets. The Metro Jets have just been out and around the organization, as known as one of the top-tier, teams, and that's why you get those teams like Toledo and the Jets, and but there's other teams that are just there to beat the Jets. They just love beating the Jets.
Let's take a look at the players making an impact all season long for the Metro Jets development program. We'll start off with a scoring leader on this team. Where's number 27? The 18-year-old of St. Amand, Degratham, Quebec, Canada. It's Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin so far, 13 goals, 9 assists, 22 points on the season.
Oh, Gamelin, I'll tell you what, that young man, I love talking with him. He's always got a smile on his face, especially when you see him up here. He loves game day, hard worker, good on the puck, so just a joy seeing him out there on the ice and being one of the many hard-working young men out there going for the W for this MJDP team.
Second on the team in scoring, where's number 11 for MJDP, the 19-year-old from Miami, Florida, Lucas Benavidez. Benavidez, 13 goals, 7 assists, 20 points on the season for Benavidez, who wears number 11. And one thing I want to note, Matt Naiman, Clovis Gamelin and Lucas Benavidez, they're the leading scorers on this team, both with 22 points and 20 points respectively. This is game 42 of the season.
Yeah, and it's, the two of them are going to have to step it up and do what they do and score goals to get this win against this Fort Wayne team.
It's Gamelin and Benavidez leading the way, along with a player current in a 3-way tie for 3rd of the team in scoring. First up, where's number 22, the 19-year-old from Flagstaff, Arizona, Liam Smith. Smith so far, since his call-up from the Metro Jets Elite, 6 goals, 13 assists, 19 points in the season, in a 3-way tie for 3rd on the team in scoring.
And you can look at earlier, and he was with the Metro Jets Elite. He only had 4 games, but he had 4 goals and 2 assists in those 4 games. So that he earned every right for this call-up to be on this squad.
He is tied with a player that wears number 57 for MJDP, the 19-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Ben McLean. McLean so far just 2 goals, but he's tied for the team lead in assists with 17 helpers on the season for a total of 19 points for the number 57. Yeah,
and McLean's going to be one of those guys he's going to have to step up to help score some goals here for this Metro Jets club, as they've had what I believe it's a 3-game losing slump that they've had in a row. So it's something that they definitely have to clean up.
Yeah, they're 3-7 in their last 10 games. And in that 3-way tie for 3rd on the team in scoring is also the highest scoring defenseman on the roster. Wears number 61. The 18-year-old from Bois Chateau, Quebec, Canada. It's Alex Fournier in the 61 machine. 2 goals, 17 assists as well. Good for 19 points on the year. Scored his first 2 goals finally here a couple weeks back.
Yeah, and that was good to see. I mean, Fournier is just a great guy. He's another one. I mean, a lot of these boys here, you see them coming in, walking into the building, coming into the gym. They got smiles on their face. They love what they do. They love playing here. They love being here. They love everyone around them. And so he's one of those guys that we love seeing around here, and he's a great addition to this Metro Jets squad.
And answering the call in goal this afternoon for MJDP, he's the man between the pipes that got MJDP their one win against the Fort Wayne Spacement. Where's number 80? The 20-year-old from Buffalo, New York, Logan DeAndrea. DeAndrea in 4 games for MJDP, a 3-1 record with a 250 goals against average and a 901 save percentage since coming over from the Coral Springs Junior Cats. Overall this season, he's 7-1, a 258 with a 904 save percentage.
Yeah, and even that, you look at the, the 258 and the save percentage, that almost, you look at the numbers, yeah, those are good numbers, but he's better than that. We've seen him out there. We've seen what he can do. So this is going to be one of those games that he's really going to have to stand out and show everybody and show the squad, show the team, hey, this is why I'm here.
The team he will face is to our left. They are the now 3-time and reigning USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions, the Fort Wayne Spacemen, who play their home game at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It doesn't matter what happens in this game, Matt Naiman. The Spacemen are the number 1 seed in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division. They've got a bye and a free pass directly into the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and this, but the win by DP just is going to help them, along with hopefully some help with some of the other teams down below. So we'll see what can happen. But with a loss, that can change a lot of things for this DP team in the standings.
It certainly will. And head coach Kaylee Schrock, his leading scorer, is giving him a rest. Bogdan Visosky not in the lineup tonight. Their leading scorer at 66 points that they're missing in this lineup today.
And that's not a bad thing. You're going to be getting into the playoffs, and you're going to want these guys. So they've already locked in where they need to be, right? So they don't need to do anything extra. So why take the chance of getting one of your best players injured? Let them sit out. Let someone else step up, take that place, take that role. And you just don't want those guys getting hurt coming into the playoffs. And if you're in the position to do that and save them, go for it.
Visosky's in a 3-way tie for that team leading scoring with a player that wears number 70 for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, the 19-year-old from Tomsk, Russia, Ivan Barnashov. Barnashov, 28 goals, 38 assists, 66 points on the season.
Yeah, Barnashov he's a standout player for his Fort Wayne Spaceman team. You'll hear us calling his name all game long. He's always involved.
There's a good chance we're going to call his name more than once.
Oh yeah, he's a great player for this Fort Wayne Spaceman team.
He's in a 3-way tie with a current leader amongst defensemen in the entire USPHL Premier in scoring. Wears number 7, the 20-year-old from Bromont, Quebec, Canada, Antoine Bonnet. Bonnet, 23 goals, 43 assists, 66 points on the season. Leads all Blue Liners in scoring.
Bonnet's another one. It's like, my gosh. I mean, they got some real heavy hitters and some guys that got the apples, and they're scoring the goals, high on points, and they can. It's a dangerous team to play against. They're really good on the blue line. If you catch them snapping that puck around and you're not ready, you're in trouble.
4th on the team in scoring, 3rd amongst the players dressed on the squad. Where's number 15, the 19-year-old from Dnipro in the Ukraine, Nikita Volobulev. Volobulev, 26 goals, 22 assists, 48 points on the season for the big Ukrainian.
Yeah, I mean, at 6 foot 209 on the line there, I mean, that's a lot of guy coming down the ice, right? So he's another one of their goal scorers, one of their top guys. And it's great to see some of these guys here from all over the world coming in here. I love seeing that. Just an awesome thing, giving these players the experience of the American hockey, as you could say.
5th of the team in scoring, 4th amongst the players dressed. Where's number 17? He's a 19-year-old from Moscow, Russia, Mikhail Gorbanov. Gorbanov's 16 goals, 24 assists, 40 points in the season. 5 of the Spaceman players with 40 or more points.
Yeah, and previous with the Decatur Blaze, he only had 32 points, so he's well beat that, and he still got the game today. He still got the playoffs, so you know, he's gonna be putting them in. That's for sure.
That is Mikhail Gorbanov, who wears number 17. Fifth in the team in scoring amongst the players dressed. Sixth overall. He is the captain of the Fort Wayne Spacemen, the best mustache in all USPHL Premier.
Love it.
The number 25 is Chase Lacey, the now 21-year-old from Plattsburgh, New York. Lacey, 16 goals, 22 assists, 38 points in the season, and check out that stash on Chase Lacey. We do this every game. But
we do.
It's the best.
We do. I mean, there's always one guy throughout the league who has the stash, right? And Lacey, I'll tell you what, that young man wears it well out there looking. I mean, he looks like he's 30 years old with that stash.
I know, right?
You know? But I'll tell you what, he's a great guy. I watched him out here in the hallway watching his their little brothers play, and he was loving it. And yeah, we just love talking about that stash he's got going on.
And answering the call in goal here this afternoon, wears number 36, the 20-year-old from North Berwick, Maine, Sumner Wood. Wood, a record of 13 wins, 5 losses, a .265 goals against average, a .916 save percentage for Wood, who also has 1 shutout on the season. He was the goalie of record in the MJDP's 4-3 victory over Fort Wayne here back on January 21st.
Yeah, and even though they lost that game, you know, being a 4-3 Jets victory, Sumner Wood played very, very, very well, and so that's why they're playing him here today. So it's going to be a good goaltenders duel. It's going to be a matchup to see who can stop the most. That's where this is going to be today.
11 players on this Fort Wayne Spaceman roster will age out at the end of the season. 9 of them are playing today. Robert Gross, Aiden Byler, Chase Lacey, as well as Antoine Bonnet, Rex Wallington, Michael Scully, Sumner Wood. Bogdan Vysotsky is also an age out, and so is backup goaltender Gleb Rakoff.
Yeah, they got quite a few guys aging out, but they got some good pedigree coming up from their elite squad. They got the summer to gather in some players, and I'm sure they will do that. Fort Wayne has gotten very good at doing that, and they do a good job at it. So I don't expect nothing less from them next season to bring guys in to take the place of these guys that'll be aging out.
And that being said, you've been watching the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. For all of your oral surgery needs, from facial trauma reconstruction, oral pathology, pre- and post-prosthetic surgery, and more, Dr. Robert John, oral maxillofacial surgeon, offers a full scope of oral maxillofacial surgical procedures. Almost 25 years of experience, Dr. John brings a unique combination of medical expertise, precision, and compassionate care to the practice. Learn more at TroyOralSurgery.com or call 248-665-8769. Coming up next, Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview. Locations throughout the Metro Detroit area, including one less than a mile down the road from us here at MCIA. Get your morning started right, and for a quick pick-me-up during the day, that's Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. Standing to my right, a friend of the program, as always, general manager, head coach of the Fort Wayne Spacemen, Kaylee Schrock. And first and foremost, Kaylee, a couple congratulations to you. First and foremost, for the third time, 2026 USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions for your Fort Wayne Spacemen.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Long season. Season.
And secondly, congratulations to the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite, picking up that coveted number 2 seed. They're going to host the Metro Jets at PSM Ice House first weekend in March.
That was a big one, right? I told the boys this is like a $10,000 game if we go on the right. You know? Those expenses catch up. Let's do the front office a favor, but no, they look good, and obviously we had some upgrades, to that team as well. And I thought that was probably the best game they've played all year as far as the regular season.
They look good. The additions of Alex Roth, Keegan Power, Camden Blavet, they looked really good out there, and the Spacemen could really go far in these USPHL Elite playoffs.
Yeah, we hope so, but obviously the playoffs is a different animal, and so I know you guys will be prepared for that first-round matchup. You guys are always a tough opponent.
Let's talk about the Premier side of things. You guys have already won the division championship, already got the first-round bye. You're going to have home ice in the second round and potentially the final round of the playoffs before potentially moving on to the USPHL National Championships. But from second, third, and fourth, nothing's decided.
Yeah.
Chicago T-Rex currently in second, just a single point ahead of MJDP, who's only about 4 or 5 points ahead of the Chicago Cougars. The Cougars and T-Rex play each other the first of 3 straight games in 3 straight days starting tonight. MJDP really needs a victory, but we know the Spacemen ain't going to say, "Oh, go ahead and take it."
Well, I think it's a big game for us too, because even though there's not anything on the line as far as the standings, there's always something on the line. That's getting a little bit better each time we hit the ice, and I think that's really got to be the message for us. It doesn't matter what's going on with other teams or even what the scoreboard is. It's like, are we going to get better each practice and each game? And so that's really the key for us. And I think if we do that, I think we'll get a good result. But that's got to be the focus. It can't be anything other than improving each day.
Bogdan Vasovsky out of the lineup tonight. How do you compensate for that 66 points that he brought to the table in the regular season?
I think just being better defensively. I think we got guys in the lineup that can play both ways. Obviously, Richard came back. He had some health issues with his family that he got to go back home and be with them, and we're lucky to have him back. So he'll be in the lineup, and yeah, just trying to improve our team down the middle of the ice, right, with our D-core and then our centers. I think if we can play well defensively, and last time the bugaboo for us in this place is we didn't block shots from the blue line, and you guys do a great job of getting pucks to the net and getting bodies in front. And, it's really important for the wingers to stay in shooting lanes and not to allow second chances in the house.
In order for MJDP to get home ice advantage in the second round of the playoffs, they have to win today. Then they have to turn around, win tomorrow against Fresh Coast, and they need help in that T-Rex Cougars mini-series. How do you slow down an MJDP team that is going to come out swinging?
I think we just focus on our game. Like, we have to execute. It all starts with just against teams like Metro, MJDP, just winning the numbers battle, right? We know that Q and Jamie like to get numbers around pucks, and just making sure we stay on the defensive side and try to outnumber everywhere. And then, we feel like we have a more skilled team, sometimes not as structured as the MJDP and Jets program. So, we have to rise to the occasion in the corners, and then when we have the opportunities, 2-on-1s, odd man rushes, we have to capitalize.
You have 2 very good goaltenders in Gleb Rakov and Sumner Wood. Sumner Wood gets the call today. How do you choose between those two? You flip a coin? What do you do?
Just every other. We brought Antonio in too, and he was injured suspended and injured in the Toledo game. So, it's pretty much been Gleb and Sumner all season long, and I think Sumner wants a game back from the last time we were in this facility, and so we wanted to give him this start to get his confidence up and get him ready for playoffs.
Last question for you before we let you go. Got 11 players aging out at the end of this regular season, and you guys, like us with the Jets, we move up to the NCDC. In addition to keeping the Premier program, is there a players that you see on your Premier squad right now that can really contribute to the NCDC side of things?
Oh, absolutely. I think I even think some of the kids on our elite team, if they have a good off season and work on some things, I think they'll have a shot. But yeah, there's definitely anybody that's not an age out on our Premier team. Like, we want to bring them back and give an opportunity to NCDC, and that's what our program's always been about. I mean, even this year, you look at our Premier roster, more than a handful of guys that played on the elite squad from the year before, and that's why we're in this business, right? To get kids to the next level, and ultimately, at the end of the day, give each and every kid on our team more options than they had before they signed with us the next season. So even if it's not with us, if they've got a better option or more options to choose from, then we did our job as an organization.
Well, Kaylee, best of luck to you guys. Again, congratulations on the division championship. Congratulations on the big win today on the elite side. Wish you all the best in the playoffs, my man.
Hey, thank you. Good luck the rest of the way. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
General Manager, Head Coach, the Fort Wayne Spaceman, Kaylee Schrock. Our Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview. We'll step aside real quick, come right back for pregame ceremonies, opening drive of the puck. You're watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit. In Mount Clemens, Michigan, game number 2 of our Thursday doubleheader. This matchup in USPHL Premier Play and features the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club up behind the flight deck, alongside Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst Matt Naiman. Tyler Naiman will soon rejoin us at the controls of the camera. And very later on in the program, for the second time today, we'll hear from the sweet, lovely, and formidable Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on Ice reporter Sarah Vassar, who will be talking to the players making an impact in today's game. A member of United States Figure Skating, USFS, with your focus on figure skating as individual competition, contesting, or recreational. MCFSC is for you. All these opportunities will be becoming a part of the Speeder family of figure skating are available to you when you become a member. Connor Wheeler wanted a selfie.
Photo op.
Golden Greed scratches for the game, before and after the game. Located right across the street from us here at MCIA, the official restaurant. The Metro Jets Hockey Club scratches first for the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Scratch number 6 of Elio Lepeau. Scratch number 16 of Alex Roth. Also scratch number 20 of Brad Backen. Scratch number 23 of Logan Ormsby. Scratch number 43 of Keegan Power. Scratch number 46 of Thomas Chenet. Scratch number 86 of Carter Murphy. Scratch number 89, Bogdan Vysotsky. Scratch number 97 of Camden Blavet. And scratch number 30 of Antonio Vaccaro. Add number 6 of Alexei Myasnikov. For MJDP, the Metro Jets Development Program, scratch number 29 of Aiden Binkley. Scratch number 46 of Paulie Jezushinis. And scratch number 71 of Caleb Curdo. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. The Metro Junior Jets Mount Clemens Hockey Club offer Little Jets Learn to Skate program, house and travel hockey programs for girls and boys. The Junior Jets are also the only organization in Michigan to field a parent junior A hockey program. Matter of fact, there's 3 of them here at MCIA. A true development ladder of some of the most experienced coaches in Metro Detroit. It is the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization. And then after the national anthem, it's SCSPayroll.com opening face-off. Is payroll giving your company a 5-minute major? Stop worrying about confusion, tax laws, and missed deadlines. SCSPayroll.com provides a complete modern payroll solution designed for businesses just like yours. They are the power play you need to save time and ensure total accuracy. Simplify your business life and free up your time. Go to SCSPayroll.com right now or request your free consultation. That's SCSPayroll.com.
What does he want?
As Fort Wayne Spaceman owner, President John Finch is trying to call. John, I would love to answer the call, but we're on the broadcast. I promise you I'll return the call during our first break. I promise you, John. So, as Kaylee Schrock pointed out, this is a big game for the Spacemen.
Oh, yeah.
Just to build some momentum because they don't play again until the first weekend in March.
Yeah. After
today. This is their final regular season game of the year.
Yeah, and that could
They got 2 weeks off.
Here they are with their pizzas again.
I know. Every year.
They could at least bring, call John right now and tell them that they need to bring a pizza.
Yeah, they need to bring
here.
a pizza up here to the flight deck.
Of course, I had a Boucher sub. But, getting back to your point, Fort Wayne, you never, especially going into the playoffs and stuff, that can make it so tough having a big break. If you can go out on a high note for that bit of a break before the start of the playoffs, it helps. But, you also, during those last games, and you can go over stuff, that gives you that time to go over the little things that I tell you that matter so much in a game, which we saw that last game with the Jets. They didn't do any of those little things.
And MJDP needs this game.
Yeah.
And they need tomorrow's game, and they need help.
Yeah.
This is the biggest game of the year for MJDP. Fort Wayne can kind of take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But but they want a little bit of revenge.
Yeah.
Because the last time these two teams played each other, MJDP pulled out a 4-3 victory.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we're going to, we thought, the elite game was going to be one heck of a game. And they came out swinging, and they took it.
So waiting for both teams to arrive on the ice as our men in stripes have made their way out, as veteran referee Joey Genovese will wear the stripes today. As we get set to go, 6th and final regular season matchup of the season between MJDP and the Fort Wayne Spacemen. MJDP 1-4 against the now 3-time and reigning USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions, They know what their playoff fate looks like. They're hosting round number 2, the first weekend of March. MJDP, they'll know in the next 36 hours what they're in the playoffs, but they know what, where, and when here in about 36 hours. Let's jump into the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena for Game 2 of our Thursday doubleheader. This matchup in USPHL Premier Play and features your Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Here's your starting lineup. First for the visitors out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Starting at left wing, the 20-year-old from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the number 22, Reed Hyde. Starting at center, the 19-year-old from Trois-Rivières, Quebec, Canada, the 86, Derek Richard. Starting at right wing, the 21-year-old from Plattsburgh, New York, the 25, Jace Lacey. Starting on defense, the 18-year-old from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, the number 5, Preston Slater. Also on the defense, the 20-year-old from Bromont, Quebec, Canada, the number 7, Antoine Bonnet. And starting in goal, the 20-year-old from North Berwick, Maine, the 36 of Sumner Wood. General manager, head coach, the Fort Wayne Spacemen is Kaylee Schrock, assisted today by Cam Wyrick and Jared Lamoff. And now the starting lineup for the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP. Starting at left wing, the 19-year-old from Utica, Michigan, at number 40, Gianluca Varelli. Starting at center, the 19-year-old from Flagstaff, Arizona, the 22, Liam Smith. On right wing, the 19-year-old from Dallas, Texas, the 91, Aiden Rabone. On defense, the 19-year-old from Macomb, Michigan, the 53, John Legibokov. Also on defense, the 19-year-old from Kalamazoo, Michigan, the 23, Cameron Schaefer. And starting in goal, the 20-year-old from Buffalo, New York, the number 80, Logan DeAndrea. Head coach of MJDP is Jake Howey, assisted today by Danny Vanderweel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise if you are able for the playing of our national anthem. Pre-game ceremony is complete. National anthem was played for the second time on a Thursday afternoon here at MCIA. It's time to play some hockey, USPHL Premier style. The Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, of course, of the home team, wearing the patriotic white uniforms, blue shoulders and red trim. They're skinny right to left in your television screen with the Fort Wayne Spacemen. You're now three-time and reigning USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions. Play their home game at the PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They are the road team today, wearing the black uniforms, white, gray, and red, and orange trim. They are skating left to right on your Black Bear TV dial as we get set to go for the 34th all-time meeting between these two clubs. MJDP 15-15, 1-2 against the Spacemen. The Spacemen by measure 18-12, 2-1 lifetime. So just about ready to go. And we mentioned it, Matt Naiman. For the Fort Wayne, this game means 0 in terms of the standings. They already know they've clinched the number 1 seed. They are home ice throughout the course of the playoffs as long as they're in it. This game means nothing more, really, than bragging rights against MJDP.
And that's it. But, in any team, especially, Fort Wayne, they always play a good game against the Jets. And so it's still, regardless, these boys want the W, and it goes on both sides. And Fort Wayne and the Jets are going to do everything they can to try to pull that off.
And for MJDP, this game means everything. They need the W today. They need a W tomorrow against the Fresh Coast Freeze. And they need help. The Chicago T-Rex and the Chicago Cougars play later tonight. 2-on-1, Rabone over to Morelli with a shot off the skate of Sumner Wood. Of note, the Chicago T-Rex, Chicago Cougars will play tonight. First of 3 straight games in 3 straight days between those two clubs. They will play later tonight. They'll play tomorrow, and then they'll play again on Saturday.
And I'll be watching that one tonight, that's for sure.
Picked up by Clovis Gamelin, knocked away. Barnes Shaw with a shot, sticked away by DeAndrea. By the way, face off on that game tonight, 6:30 Central. It'll be 7:30 Eastern from Summit Ice Center. Good to see Vince Pica back on the ice. Had a lower body injury. Kept him out for a little under a month. But good to see Pica back on the ice. It's been a while since MJDP has been home, other than the 3 Chicago games that I missed.
Yeah.
Thanks to the I-500. So I haven't seen MJDP in about a month. Picked up there by the number 6 of Alexei Myasnikov, playing his second game in a Spacement uniform. One of the late season pickups by general manager head coach Kaylee Schrock. Played for the Valley Junior Warriors in the EHL before stepping up to the USPA. As he's pressured there by Ryan Jacobson. Ben McLean grabs it. Myasnikov kicks it up to the 79 of Evan Wilson. Jacobson grabs it, takes it away from Gorbanov. Myasnikov trying to get it out, kept in by McLean. Gorbanov able to knock it away. Spencer Stanhope looking for Lucas Benavidez. Come back to Jacobson. Caleb Simpson goes after it. MJDP wearing the red shells today, the red pants. Normally accustomed to see him in the blues. Today wearing the reds. Maybe a little change of luck, perhaps. Those look good, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Reed Hyde misfired. He'd get a backhander off. Was partially blocked by Landon Graham. Love it when they wear the white shells. They look cool.
Yeah.
Doubleheader day tomorrow as well, as MJDP will play the Fresh Coast Freeze tomorrow right here at MCIA. And that game will be followed immediately by the Metro Jets and the Cincinnati Cyclones, which will wrap things up for the regular season. The regular season home finales for both clubs tomorrow. Like MJDP, the Metro Jets need a little bit of help in the standings. They're currently second. Shot there by Brackett, knocked away by Sumner Wood. By the way, tomorrow, Troy Oral Surgery pregame show, 11:45 a.m. for MJDP and the Fresh Coast Freeze. Face-off at 12:15. Boscovich couldn't keep it in. Now Jace Lacey goes after it. Lacey and Boscovich battle along the boards. Boscovich drives his man there. Colin Robinson tried to feed it over to Lacey. Picked up by Alex Fournier. Fournier had it knocked away by Ivan Barnashoff, but picked off there by the 92 of Tomas LeBlanc. LeBlanc sends it in. Michael Scully will go after it. Scully is 4th season with the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Over to Rex Wollington. Wollington over to Scully. Scully back to Wollington. Wollington sends it over to the corner. Mario Boscovich will go after it. Boscovich pressured there by Colin Robinson. Trying to feed it. Barnashaw trying to feed it back to Robinson, but Alex Fournier knocks it down into the Spaceman zone. Play with a tip, so icing's negated. Shot there goes just wide and picked up by Evan Wilson. The former Olentangy Orange Pioneer, Ohio High School Athletic Association, kicks it over to Scully. Now for Aiden Byler. Byler with some speed, pressured there by Spencer Stanhope. Kicks it over to Evan Wilson. Caleb Simpson's right there. Liam Smith digs it out of a pile. And Smith lobs it into the neutral zone. Picked up by Robert Gross. Normally a forward, playing defense today. As Robert Gross. As Myasnikov tries to catch up to the puck. Comes back to Caleb Simpson. Simpson off the board looking for Vince Pica. As Derek Richard sends it towards goaltender Logan DeAndrea. Picked up by Corey Anderson. Anderson around Gorbanov. He'll backhand it into the Spaceman zone. Vince Pica gets there ahead of Myasnikov to negate the icing. As Gorbanov couldn't catch up to it, picked out by Lejabokov, and now Gamelin. Over to Pica. Antoine Bonnet grabs it. Bonnet almost now, Matt Naiman, a runaway leader in the chase for the scoring leader amongst defensemen in the USPHL Premier. Antoine Bonnet, pretty special player, played 4 games in the NCDC with the Pueblo Bulls here a bunch of weeks back.
He got away with one on that one. He stopped it with his pad, and it froze right in the blue paint.
Gamelin looking for Benavidez. Anderson with a shot goes wide. Puck comes back to Cameron Schaefer. Schaefer over to Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin knocked to the boards there by Preston Slater and picked up there by Mikhail Gorbanov. Benavidez one-hands it over to Landon Graham. Graham back over to Cameron Schaefer. Schaefer puck deflected in the bench and out of play. So the Fort Wayne Spacemen making a few moves right before the roster freeze. One of those is picking up Brad Backett, the 18-year-old from Mason, Ohio. Leading scorer for the Cincinnati Cyclones. Not dressed today, but a big, big addition by Kaylee Schrott to this Fort Wayne Spaceman lineup. $12:57 to go here in period number 1. No score. Shots 3-2 in favor of the Spacemen. Benavidez with a shot, went through the goal mouth. Picked up by Landon Graham. Graham normally a forward, playing defense today. As Barnashov sends it in, DeAndrea back to Landon Graham. Ben McLean trying to feed over to Ryan Jacobson. Jacobson off the boards. Benavidez goes after. Rex Wollington's going to get there. Not far enough for icing. Wollington long stretch pass looking for Colin Robinson. Robinson sent it across, intercepted by Blake Brackett. Brackett knocked away there by Volobuev. Nikita Volobuev had it knocked away by Brackett, but bailed out by Ivan Barnashov. Barnashov trying to get it over to Volobuev, but knocked away and picked up by Blake Brackett. Spencer Stanhope up to Donald Pratt, knocked away by Chase Lacey. Lacey had it taken away by Brackett. That's about 3 turnovers this shift for Blake Brackett. Mario Boscovich had it knocked away by Volobuev. Stanhope around the boards to Donald Pratt, pressured there by Chase Lacey. Pratt comes out with it. Over to Spencer Stanhope off the boards. Went through everybody and back to Rex Wollington, over to Chase Lacey. Mentioned Brad Backett, a new addition, not dressed today. Also, Diesel Hare, Matthias Shelton, Maximus Workman, Elio Lepeau. All additions to this Fort Wayne Spaceman roster. None are dressed today. As Backett recently coming over from Cincinnati, who will be here tomorrow against the Metro Jets. That's a big loss to the Cyclones there, Matt Naiman.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you never want to see, any of that, but, it does happen. But right now we got, Fort Wayne, this is a good back-and-forth hockey. I mean, nobody's really doing a lot of anything right now. Just back-and-forth hockey, pretty much a game of keep-away right now. No one's really been able to set up in either one's zone.
Fort Wayne wants to get out of this relatively scot-free, what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want any unnecessary injuries or anything else like that. They just want to leave Mount Clemens today with everybody, everyone's parts and pieces still intact.
Yeah, and with where they're at, I completely understand why they did what they did. Then they have the players scratched that they do. I mean, there's no sense in a sense.
Byler with a shot and he scores. Little tic-tac-toe, and Aiden Byler put the Fort Wayne Spaceman on the board first.
In a sense, a nothing game for Fort Wayne, but nonetheless a game. But why take the chance of an injury of one of your elite players on your team? You don't want to do that.
Byler, the 20-year-old from Fort Wayne, Indiana, picking up his 10th goal of the season. And the Spacemen strike first. They lead 1-0. Just making sure all the parts and pieces are in place, making sure all the plays work. And that one certainly did. The Spacemen lead 1-0. Preston Slater will bring it in. Slater with a shot up high and wide. Picked up by Cameron Schaefer. Kicks it up to Liam Smith. Smith trying to go through the skates of Preston Slater, who had no part of that. Now Barnashaw going to catch up to it. Sidesteps Cameron Schaefer. Looking across over to Reed Hyde. As calamity in front of goaltender Logan DeAndrea.
There's a penalty.
And indeed
that's
it is.
Be on Fort Wayne.
It's going to be on Reed Hyde.
I'm curious on what the rough or
2-minute minor for interference on Reed Hyde.
Interesting. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened out there in front of the net, but
MJDP goes on the power play for the first time. They're 18.8%. Have scored 30 power play goals and 159 opportunities of man advantage. While the Fort Wayne Spacemen, 84% of the penalty kill, but they have scored 9 shorthanded goals this season. So that is definitely something to keep an eye on. Aiden Byler, his 10th of the season from Derek Richard and Mikhail Gorbanov at 10:03, gave the Spacemen a 1-0 lead. But now MJDP and the Metro Jets Foundation power play. And won by the Spacemen. Fort Wayne Spacemen's first goal, his 10th goal of the season, scored by number 13, Aiden Byler. Assisted by number 86, Derek Richard. And number 17, Mikhail Gorbanov.
Puck goes up and out of play. They're going to redo that.
Of the first period. As the Spaceman's first goal, Byler, his 10th of the season, from Richard and Gorbanov at the 10-minute, 3-second mark of the first period.
And Fort Wayne's going to come out with that one.
And Fort Wayne clears traffic in front of goaltender Sumner Wood. And DeAndrea wisely covers. Reed Hyde, 2-minute minor for interference at the 10:30 mark, has put the MJDP on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. Yeah, we got to do something about the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite. Always having a pizza right in front of us.
You got a certain person that tried calling you. You can call him back.
We know John Finch is watching. They can send a pizza over this way. Evan Wilson. Fort Wayne shorthanded. Fort Wayne Spaceman penalty. Number 22, Reed Hyde. A 2-minute minute for interference.
Yeah, Fort Wayne with the way they're playing right now, they're on their penalty kill right now. They actually look just very comfortable with how they're handling this penalty kill right now, and that's what Fort Wayne's doing. They're just eating up that clock right now.
Indeed they are, as Pickup sends it over into the corner. Preston Slater's going to get there just ahead of Caleb Simpson. And goes back to Clovis Gamewood, knocked off the puck by Antoine Bonnet. And Bonnet just fires it down into the MJDP zone. Shots 4-2 in favor of the Spacemen. They lead 1-0 on the goal by Aiden Byler, his 10th of the season. Byler with a shot was blocked. Krukov.
Yes, I'm watching 2 games at once, Matt.
Yes, Canada, United States Women's Olympic gold medal game.
Canada still up 1-0 in the third with 9:20 left to go.
Incidentally, if the United States Women's Olympic team does not win, they will be deported. That is the speculation. They will be left in Italy.
As Fort Wayne's able to fight that one off there.
Indeed they will. Both teams back to full strength. So MJDP 0 for 1 in the Metro Jets Foundation power play. Talked about 11 players on the Fort Wayne Spacement roster playing their final junior hockey regular season game. Logan DeAndrea, the MJDP goaltender, is one that is playing his final regular season game. So is Caleb Simpson, as well as Chris Kobayashi, Corey Anderson, and Landon Graham, all playing their final regular season home game of their junior hockey careers today. McLean with a shot through the legs of Wallington, and Wood steered that aside. Delayed penalty coming. It's on Fort Wayne again. Your referee today, Joey Genovese. 2-minute line for tripping, and Reed Hyde is going to go back to the penalty box for the second time today. Hyde played 29 games with the Jersey Hitmen's NCDC program this season before coming to the Fort Wayne Spacement. Also played a game last year with the Janesville Jets in the NAHL, the North American Hockey League, both NCDC and NAHL, both Tier 2 hockey programs. Of course, the National Collegiate Development Conference within here, the United States Premier Hockey League. As Landon Graham with a shot, goes wide, rebound. Oh, Clovis Galen sent over the top of the net. Hyde also playing 4 games with the Oklahoma Warriors in the NAHL. So he's got a lot of Tier 2 experience, Matt Naiman, and he just turned 20 years old 5 days ago.
So he's still got the whole next year.
Would definitely say an integral part of the Spaceman's NCDC program next year with all that Tier 2 experience. Fort Wayne Spaceman penalty for number 22, Reed Hyde. A 2-minute minor for tripping. Penalty called at 13:14 in the first period. The Spaceman Hyde, 2 minutes for tripping at the 13-minute, 14-second mark of the first period. That means MJDP goes back in the Metro Jets Foundation power play. Well, it's double duty stuff, you know. We got this down pretty well handled. Did you and Zeke do okay with all the double and triple duty stuff there a couple weeks ago?
That was, I'll tell you what, that was a pain in the butt. Especially when I didn't have Zeke up here.
Oh, yeah, because you had to do it all yourself.
Oh,
I heard Sarah did a good job on the PA.
Yes, she did. She started getting out her woo.
Benavidez, the Pratt of Benavidez with a shot off the shoulder of Sumner Wood.
It was funny because the first time I was like, what was that? Right? And then she started getting some attitude with it, and I was like, there you go, girl. Go get it, man. And she was having fun with it.
You know what I'm going to do? You and I are the only ones that know this. When we do the first period recap, or the first period before her interview, I'm going to go, woo.
Yeah, there you go.
30 seconds left here in the second Metro Jets Foundation power play. Fort Wayne leads 1-0. On the goal by Aiden Byler. Picked up by Benavidez with a shot save. Rebound comes out. Ben McLean couldn't pull the trigger. Lejabokov with a shot blocked by Lacey. And power play is over. Both teams back to full strength. And Reed Hyde's sending a breakaway, but Benavidez catches up to him. And
they're gonna send them both.
Yes, indeed.
They were tied up alongside Wood, and they just kept going at it.
Donald Pratt was telling Rex Wallington, you need to go to the Golden Greek after the game today.
We are.
You know, the dinner specials, the All-American cheeseburger and fries meal. You know, that's a good meal, man. I'm telling you.
I've never had their burger there.
I think I'm going to have one tonight.
I've had just about everything else.
So we'll stay 5-on-5. Picked up there by Spencer Stanhope, who sends it in. Picked up by, and Preston Slater grabs it. I think we've had more penalties this period than we had the entire game last game.
Yeah. I mean, it was just
I don't remember calling a lot of penalties that first game.
No, there wasn't very many until I spoke up.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, thanks. Fort Wayne Spacement
I didn't
penalty.
even say anything
Number
this time, and they're
21,
getting
Wes
penalties.
Wellington.
Imagine if I actually
MJDP
did bring
penalty,
that up.
Number 6, Donald Pratt. Both 2-minute minors for roughing.
But at least
Both
for,
penalties called
both
15-22
sides,
in the
those
first
are
period.
offsetting. So,
Spaceman Wollington.
Still
MJDP's
playing
Pratt.
5-on-5.
Both 2-minute minors for roughing at the 15-minute, 22-second mark of the first period. We got this down to a science, man. I'm telling you. Stanhope wraps it around the boards. Picked up by Gorbanoff.
Yeah, just don't give Q any ideas. He'll put more on our plate.
Ugh, jeez. But we enjoy what we do.
We do.
It's kind of a bummer. This is the final week of the regular season already.
Yeah, but then now with what's going on, I'm never going to be able to lose you because now we'll be hanging out with you at the racetracks.
Right. Picked up by Robinson, knocked away. Antoine Bonnet sends it in. Volobulev behind the net, over to Gorbanoff with a shot. And DeAndrea makes a save. Let's go ahead and meet Logan DeAndrea. The 20-year-old goaltender from Buffalo, New York, started the year with the Coral Springs Junior Cats. Played 6 games with the Junior Cats, 265 goals against average, 908 save percentage. In his time with the Junior Cats, prior to that, played with the Archbishop McCarthy Mavericks, Florida high school hockey ranks, as well as the Florida Fury U18 program and in the SFHL, the Southern Florida Hockey League. So DeAndrea, matter of fact, I was one that had to pick him up at the airport when it came.
I remember that.
It was just after the Tampa Showcase.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So we had an hour to meet and greet each other. Went down Detroit Metro.
He was probably sick of you by the time you got home.
Oh, stop it. Chase Lacey had it knocked away by Gianluca Varelli.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, I'm watching the women's Olympic team, and they're reviewing a play right now that this Ambrose from Team Canada.
Well, the losing team gets deported from their country.
Oh, I'll tell you, look, take this hit here. I think they're reviewing.
I gotta watch 2 games at
they're
once
reviewing.
here.
They're reviewing for a 5-minute.
Ah, there we go. Boarding minor looks like that's on that game. One referee I used to work with in the Grand Rapids area, Sarah Strong, is one of the officials working the Olympic Games these last couple weeks.
We got a former Jet was on Team France.
Yeah, Louis Baudon.
Yeah.
Lejabokov dumps it in. 2:05 to go here in period number 1. Fort Wayne leads 1-0 on the goal by Aiden Byler. Got a lot going on here at MCIA.
Yeah.
We got 2 more games tomorrow. MJDP will play the Fresh Coast Freeze tomorrow afternoon. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show 11:45. Face off at 12:15. And immediately following that, it'll be the Metro Jets Cincinnati Cyclones. Both teams playing their final regular season home games of the 25-26 season. Boy, Barnashaw trying to pick the pocket of Corey Anderson. Cameron Shaver comes to help out.
Oh, right across the paint on that.
Picca grabs it. Vince Picca. Joining the Jets just before joining the MJDP program just before Christmas. And now picked up, and now here goes Picca. He's going to go one-on-one with Sumner Wood with a shot, and he scores! Vince Picca picks up the goal, and MJDP has tied it as Vince Picca, the 18-year-old from Clinton Township, Michigan, his second goal of the season. And MJDP has tied it at 1 with 1:08 to go. Boy, we're learning real quick, Matt Naiman. You don't send Vince Picca on a breakaway.
No. He's, he wasn't very quick on that entry coming in, and I think that's what made it so hard to grab that, and he was able to just lift that right up and over quick, bar down. Yes,
indeed, and MJDP has tied this game with 1 minute left here in period number 1. Less than a minute remaining in the first period. Vince Picca, his second of the season, unassisted at 18:49, has given MJDP the 1-1 tie with the Fort Wayne Spacement. You know the Chicago T-Rex. And they score again! Ryan Jacobson has made it 2-1. Jacobson.
Wow.
The 19-year-old from Montgomery Village, Maryland, his third goal of the season. Backhand went top shelf on Sumner Wood. And Matt Namath, all of a sudden, it's 2-1 MJDP.
Tables turned real quick on that. It was nice to see the Jets to tie that up, but to get that back with literally, that was less than 6 seconds apart.
Maybe. And we both know Danny Randall, head coach of the Chicago T-Rex, and Steve Maltese, head coach of the Chicago Cougars. They're both tuning into this game. Welcome, gentlemen. We know you're watching. And another penalty coming. Joey Genovese has his hand up. Oh, we got a lot to catch up on.
That's going to high stick.
2-minute mile for high sticking on MJDP. It's going to be on Liam Smith with 38.8 seconds left. So I'll put the Fort Wayne Spacement on the power play for the first time today. .8 seconds left. And Fort Wayne, pretty good in the power play, 28.9%. Fifth best in the USPHL Premier. Has scored 40 power play goals and 138 opportunities to man advantage. While MJDP, 84% of the penalty kill, have scored just a single shorthanded goal this season. I got caught up in his goals. Metro Jets Development Program's first goal. His second goal of the season. Score number 41, Vince Picca.
High puts that back down into the corner, back around.
At 18:49,
all the way back up top. Jets try to get it out. Oh, they just got that out, put it back in, so they got to clear out. There's almost 15 seconds left, so they're just going to take that, try to eat up some of that clock and clear it back down the other way.
His third goal of the season, score number 49.
Just 5 seconds left to go here in the period. So Fort Wayne is going to start the second period with 1 minute and 21 seconds of a power play to start the second period. Jets are up 2-1.
From McLean at 19 minutes 4 seconds of the first period. Shots on goal in that first period. Fort Wayne with 11, MJDP with 8 to score at the end of 1 period of play. Metro Jets Development Program 2, Fort Wayne Spacement 1. Had a lot to announce there.
Yeah.
National Coney Island first period interview. Vince Picca getting the scoring underway for MJDP. Then just 15 seconds later, Ryan Jacobson gave MJDP the 2-1 lead. But Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassa is going to talk to the man who started it all. Vince Picca is standing by with Sarah.
Thanks, Matt. So Vince, you scored the Metro Jets' first goal. Can you walk us through how that play developed?
Yeah, we got the puck up to the point. I saw a chance, took it, went for the poke, got it, got a nice breakaway, made a good shot. So that one feels good.
So you guys broke the tie there with 1 minute left. What do you think you have to do heading into the second to get more goals on the scoreboard?
Gotta get the puck out of our own zone. Again, like we get caught, trapped in our own zone. Gotta get the puck out first and we'll go from there.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Sarah, thank you so much. And just for you, Sarah.
Woo! Woo! That's what he told you.
We were talking about that here on the broadcast. Thank you so much, Sarah. We'll take a short break. Come right back. First period recap. Start of the second period to score. At the end of 1 period, Metro Jets Development Program 2, Fort Wayne Spacement 1. You're watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit. In Mount Clemens, Michigan, Game 2 of our Thursday doubleheader. This matchup in USPHL Premier Play. Score at the end of one period, the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP 2, the Fort Wayne Spacemen 1. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club up behind the flight deck alongside Matt Naiman, our Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst. We'll soon be rejoined by Tyler Naiman, who as always mans the controls on the camera. While Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar looks for her second victim of the day. National Coney Island first period recap. National Coney Island has been in business since 1965, over 60 years, and currently owns and operates over 20 restaurants here in southeastern Michigan. Corporate headquarters are located just down the road in Roseville, home of the original location. Call 1-888-44-CONEY and order now. Shots on goal in the first period. Fort Wayne with 11, MJDP with 8, and it was a Fort Wayne Spaceman getting on the board first. Aiden Byler, his 10th goal of the season. On the assist from Derek Richard and Mikhail Gorbanov, that came at 10:03 to give the Spacemen a 1-0 lead. But then MJDP scored twice in a span of 15 seconds in the last minute of the first period. Vince Pica on a breakaway put it top shelf, bar down on goaltender Sumner Wood for his second goal of the season, unassisted at 18:49 to tie this game. Then 15 seconds later, Ryan Jacobson backhand shot goes underneath the bar and behind the net. Jacobson, his third goal of the season from Ben McLean at 19:04 to give MJDP a 2-1 lead heading into the second period. And MJDP needs this, Matt Naiman.
Yeah, they do. And right now they're playing like they want it, which is good to see. But, still, regardless, Fort Wayne's going to play their game, regardless if they need this win or not. They're still going to play because that's what Fort Wayne does. The coaching staff with Schrock and everyone over there, they do a fantastic job. I mean, they're a great group of guys over there to talk to. Any time we play them, we have them up here on the flight deck. And it is just, it's awesome to talk to these guys. We sit down in the lobby, chat with them before the game, and it's always nice when you got that coaching staff that's just real cordial and you can just sit down and talk about how the day's going or, how the team's doing and what's going on and any surprises. It's always nice to have staff like that around.
So as we mentioned, this is MJDP's first of 2 games in 2 days. They will play the Fresh Coast Freeze tomorrow, Friday, February 20th. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 11:45 a.m., face-off at 12:15. Then right after that game, it'll be the Metro Jets, Cincinnati Cyclones for our final 2 regular season home games here at MCIA.
I'm waiting for the overtime.
Oh, yeah. Canada and U.S. tied at 1 for the gold medal.
Hillary Knight with her 15th goal of the Olympics.
And she scored in the daytime.
Yes. Damn you, Matt.
You like that, you know it. You're secretly liking that pun, aren't you?
I really don't know what to think about that. You and your dad joke sometimes,
Oh, boy. So earlier today, Fort Wayne Spaceman Elite defeating the Metro Jets Elite by a score of 4-0, which gave the Fort Wayne Spacemen home ice in the second round of the playoffs. We do have the dates for that, Matt Naiman. It starts March 13th.
Yeah, so they're going to have a bit of a break.
Yes, indeed. The T-Rex Cougar Series will start February 28th. That is a week from Saturday. The T-Rex will host the Cougars on February 28th, March 1st, and if needed, March 2nd. The Midwest Division takes a week off. Then the Spacemen will host the Metro Jets. Game 1 is on Friday, March 13th. 12:30 face-off at PSM Ice House. So there you go. Game 2 is on Saturday, March 14th, and if needed, Game 3 is on March 15th. So just a little heads up in that regard. Second period underway. MJDP, of course, the home team, wearing the patriotic white uniforms. Blue shoulders and red trim as DeAndrea makes the save.
What a save on that one.
Just 14 seconds into the first period.
From the look of that, it's almost like he reached behind him to grab that
Right,
box.
right.
What a save.
So MJDP, of course, the home team, as we mentioned, wearing the patriotic white jerseys, blue shoulders and red trim. They're skating left to right on your television screen. They start off on the take of the mat. Michigan Athlete Training penalty kill. Well, the Fort Wayne Spacemen out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. They are the road team. Wearing the black uniforms, white, orange, and gray trim. They are skating right to left on your Black Bear TV dial. And they start on the power play, courtesy of Liam Smith, 2-minute minor for high sticking at 19-19 of the first period. Volobulev brings it in. Feeds it back to Mikhail Gorbanov. Gorbanov now, Ivan Barnashov over to Robinson with a shot, patted away by DeAndrea. And the puck goes all the way down, just out of the reach of Alexei Myasnikov, who feeds it to Antoine Bonnet. Bonnet brings it in, knocked away there by Alex Fournier. Aiden Rabone gets it out in the neutral zone. Here's Reed Hyde. Mentioned Reed Hyde playing 29 games this season for the Jersey Hitmen in the NCDC. Both teams back to full strength. Chase Lacey with a shot. DeAndrea with a save.
Oh, he got lucky on that one.
And Boscovich clearing traffic. Sends it all the way down. And icing the call. 18:25 to go. Here in period number 2. MJDP needs the W today. They need the W tomorrow against Fresh Coast. And they need help in the Chicago T-Rex Chicago Cougars 3-game series that starts tonight at Summit Ice Center. They'll play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. MJDP, not only did it need the 2 W's, Bonet with a shot off the glove of DeAndrea. They need the Cougars to defeat the T-Rex twice and lose once, while MJDP needs to win both games today and tomorrow. Only then would MJDP be the home team, get home ice in the second round of the playoffs. There is a scenario, Matt Naiman, where MJDP could fall out of the first round bye status and fall down to the 4th seed.
Yeah, that would just be, catastrophic.
That would
failure all around, but
the only way that could happen, Matt Naiman, is if MJDP loses this game and the game tomorrow against Fresh Coast, and if the Chicago Cougars sweep the Chicago T-Rex, and there's more.
There's more?
There's more.
Now we got an upcoming penalty, and that is going to be on the Jets.
So if the Cougars sweep, they pick up 2 wins over the T-Rex, or 3 wins total because they play the Chicago Crush on Sunday.
Yeah.
If they pick up 3 wins, the Cougars do, and DP loses twice, today and tomorrow, the Cougars would then leapfrog both the T-Rex and MJDP to the 2nd seed, dropping the T-Rex to the 3rd seed, which means MJDP would be the 4th seed and have to play in the first round of the playoffs, hosting the Chicago Crush. Got all that?
Did you do all that in one breath?
Yes.
Jeez.
I'm Matt Blankenpreer, Matt Naiman. 17:20 to go here in the second period. 2-minute minor for holding on Spencer Stanhope is the penalty. MJDP penalty to number 58, Spencer Stanhope. A 2-minute minor for holding.
Well, see, I mean, right now, Matt, we've had more penalties this game than we had all last game. So guys are playing a bit more physical and getting caught with their hands in the cookie jar. And so far, you know, Jets doing good on their penalty kills, but that's something you don't want to be playing a game in the box.
MJDP is 1 for 1. They're taking to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Myasnikov feeds it up, now taken away by Ryan Jacobson. Jacobson now with a break. Pressured by Barnashaw. He got the shot off the right shoulder of Sumner Wood. Boy, Ryan Jacobson's had himself a good game today.
That was just a great show of stability and strength out there with him. He had a player lurking right on his back and was still able to get that shot off.
And Jacobson just fired it into the Spacement bench. Everyone ducking for cover. Jared Lamoth may have to go back to the locker room.
he's smiling it off.
He's like, what the heck?
Him and Danny are conversing right now. Danny was shaking his head.
Jacobson just turned around, wound up, and fired.
Maybe he said something to him on the ice. I don't know.
Right. 16:09 to go here in the second. MJDP with a 2-1 lead. Barnashaw lost the wheel, and Caleb Simpson drives it down.
And that one stayed on the ice.
Jacobson's going to get there. Great shift for Ryan Jacobson.
Really good. Burning up that penalty clock right now with just 12 seconds left.
Mikhail Gorbunov brings it in, leaves it there for Ivan Barnashaw. With a shot, patted away by DeAndrea. And now LeBlanc comes back with it. That's going to kill the rest of this penalty. So 2 for 2, and they're taking the Matt Michigan athlete training penalty kill.
Yeah, great job by the Jets right now. They got it in their zone. So let's see what they can do with it here. Looks like Fort Wayne's going to come out.
Somebody's got food. Yeah, it's Connor Wheeler's got food up here.
Oh,
no,
like
I can't. I'm working.
Qdoba?
Yeah, it smells good though. Is that Chipotle? Oh yeah, I haven't had Chipotle in a while.
It's been a minute since I've had that too.
Schaefer around Woolington, but Sumner Wood covers it with 15:10 to go here. Oh, is that your mom? Thank you, Connor. Send that to me. Connor got a selfie earlier, and he sent it to his mom and dad and everybody, and they love it, and they wanted us to thank you for everything. So, yeah, that's nice.
How sweet.
Tomas LeBlanc will take the draw against Evan Wilson. Back over to Cameron Schaefer with a shot. Looking for the deflection was Blake Brackett. Brackett wraps it around the boards. Lucas Benavidez, but with Ivan Krukov. LeBlanc drives his man, Michael Scully, into the boards. Brackett grabs it. Schaefer pinching in. Aiden Byler, who's got the lone spaceman. Goal, the shot, save made, puck is loose. Went off the right pad of Logan DeAndrea. And here comes LeBlanc now to Aiden Rabone. Wollington trying to throw out his efforts, and here comes Byler again. Krukov to his right elbow. Byler misfired. Krukov turns around, fires, saved by DeAndrea. Lejabokov wraps it around the boards for Aiden Rabone. Cameron Schaefer goes after it for Liam Smith. Smith brings it in. Smith with a shot blocked by Antoine Boudin. Now Reed Hyde grabs it. Over to Preston Slater. Slater will bring it in. Slater, the former Brookfield star, Wisconsin high school hockey. From the thriving metropolis, Matt Naiman, of Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Outside of Milwaukee.
Okay.
For those of you who know your geography.
I've actually been all over that state, but I couldn't tell you if I've been there or not.
Chase Lacey brings it in with a shot off the right shoulder of Logan DeAndrea, who hangs on with 13:37 to go here in period number 2.
Got some 3-on-3 overtime in the U.S. Women's Olympic Hockey. That does smell good. He needs to get off the deck.
No kidding. Man. 13:37 to go.
Well, he just lost a free dinner. I was going to take him to Golden Creek.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, he's punishing us with Chipotle.
Yeah.
Boscovich lobs it in. Gamelin's going after it. Gamelin could get there, but Myasnikov got there just ahead of him. Pika trying to feed up to Corey Anderson and picked up by Derek Richard. Richard on Ivan Barnashov. I've grown attached to Ivan Barnashov's shaded visor. It's cool. It's just cool. We'll check out Barnashov's visor here in a second. Anderson, down to the puck by the
Actually,
sixth of
might be
Myasnikov.
Fresh Coast. I'm not sure. There's a couple players that have on one of the teams. There's a few guys that have the shaded visors.
Yeah, it makes Ivan Barnashov look like a RoboCop. In a way. It just looks cool. Of course, you see adult league players some wear it, and they just need to stop. I mean,
I already can't see enough. I don't need anything dark in front of me. I'm already blind. I don't need any help with that.
We get a whistle. We're going to put the camera on Ivan Barnashov, get us a close look at his visor. 3-on-2. Blake Brackett brings it in with a shot, goes wide. And there goes Barnashov at the end of a shift. Alex Fournier takes it away from him. Landon Graham off the boards to Blake Brackett, who deflects it in. Brackett gets there ahead of Michael Scully. Scully knocks him to the boards. Robinson's pass intercepted by Fournier to row. Kobayashi with a shot, goes wide. Brackett now back to Kobayashi. Kobayashi off the boards to Landon Graham. Graham had to bring it out of the neutral zone for Alex Fournier. Brackett deflects it in. Michael Scully will grab it. Over for Rex Wellington now to Barnashov at the end of a long shift. And Barnashov will head to the bench. Picked up by Landon Graham. Graham over to Alex Fournier. Was looking for Tomas LeBlanc. Ice negated, forces Antoine Bonet to play it. Ryan Jacobson took it away. But it was taken away in kind by Evan Wilson. Now over to Alex Krukov. And a penalty coming to MJDP, Donald Pratt.
It's going to be for a trip.
Trip or a slash? BetMGM says trip. You would have got it.
Yay, I win.
So Donald Pratt will put MJDP on their third take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill.
Hang it. There we go. Trying to get the big screen and
Well, so Canada and USA in overtime.
Yes, and it's been a thriller too, man.
Losing team get what happened?
I don't know. It looks like USA won.
USA just won.
It just glitched and all of a sudden, boop.
Breaking news: USA just won the gold medal in women's hockey. That means Canada will be deported.
Well, they would out of Italy back to Canada.
Right. That means the Canadian women's Olympic team will be deported from Canada. So, well, they can come to America, I guess.
Yeah.
Congratulations to USA, winner of the women's Olympic gold medal in hockey. How about that? McLean up to Rabone. Rabone puts on the brakes, surrounded by a quintet of spacemen. Picked up by Jacobson. Now, if you're a spaceman, does that make you an alien?
Matt, stop it.
Megan Eisenbarger, we could help. We could use your help. If you're a spaceman, does that technically make you an alien? That's the question of the day for Megan Eisenbarger, social media and photographer.
Does that make you an astronaut?
It could.
Yeah,
Does it make you an astronaut or an alien?
I'll go with an astronaut.
Yeah, my phone's blowing up now about USA women's Olympic hockey. Kobayashi going after it. Just ahead of Alexei Myasnikov. Myasnikov and Kobayashi.
Yeah, I got Coach Shutt texting me. He was going for Canada. He was like, bad goal, USA won. I was like, told you so. Oh, it's Fort Wayne just puts one in.
Ivan Barnashov.
On the power play.
Has tied this game.
It's got to be the visor.
It's got to be the visor. Yeah, check out that visor. There's a good shot of the visor right there. 19-year-old from Tomsk, Russia, Ivan Barnashov picks up the goal.
You know what that reminds me of? Seeing that visor is, the song, my future's so bright.
Gotta wear shades.
Wear shades.
Well, it is bright for Barnashov, who just picked up his 29th goal of the season. And he's an 06. He's got another year of eligibility.
Yeah,
he'll be a key cog in Fort Wayne Spaceman's NCDC team.
Yeah.
Ivan Barnashov on the power play. Didn't even get a chance to call Donald Pratt's penalty. 2-2. Deflected shot. Wood makes the save with 9:08 to go. Here in period number 2, Fort Wayne ties it on the goal by Ivan Barnashov, his 29th of the season. It's a lot of goals. That's his 7th power play goal of the year for Barnashov. It's got to be the visor. What's the old commercial? It's got to be the shoes.
Yeah.
For Barnashov, it's got to be the visor. Aiden Byler knocked away by Varelli. Picked up by Robert Gross. And here come the Spacemen, but knocked away by Boscovich. Off the helmet of Robert Gross before it deflects down in the Spaceman zone. And icing a call. .840 to go. Shots 5-1 in favor of the Spacemen.
Yeah, and that's just what I told you. I mean, whether it's a must-win game for the Spacemen or not, they're playing the game that they know, and they are playing hockey, and it's showing, tied up 2-2.
As we mentioned, MJDP needs this one, and the one tomorrow, and they need help. A lot of things have to happen. As MJDP 1 point back of second behind the Chicago T-Rex. In the chase for home ice advantage in the second round of the playoffs. Fort Wayne already knows their home ice. By the way, Barnashov is 29th of the season from Nikita Volobulev at 10:36. Has tied this game for the Spacemen. Fort Wayne Spaceman's second goal on the power play. His 29th goal of the season. Scored by number 7.
That was a heck of a shot right there at the blue line.
Assisted by number 15, Nikita Volobulev. Time of the goal, 10:36.
And Fort Wayne's able to get it out of the zone.
Second
Caught up in neutralized. He trips over the stick. Pika gets back up, goes after it, gets back in the zone.
A 10-minute, 36-second mark of the second period. A lot of stuff happening.
Yes. That's why I had to stand up. I was watching the monitors, and it's like, whoa.
Pika with a
Good
shot. Stick. And gloved down by Sumner Wood with 7:26 to go. Here.
Oh, wait a minute here. What's going on? I think Pika wanted a penalty on that.
As he was
conversing. Genovese was not going to have it.
And he was telling Joey Genovese, you need to go to the Golden Greek.
You won't be so crabby.
Right. You need some chicken noodle soup.
Yeah. Oh.
You need some chicken noodle soup to go with your all-American cheeseburger dinner.
All right, quit.
I know, right? Barnashov couldn't get it out. Kept in by Cameron Schaefer. Benavidez trying to feed it back to Lejabokov. Was knocked away by Volobulev. Now Barnashov comes back with it. Barnashov looking for Robinson with a shot. Went through the goal mouth. Picked up by Ryan Jacobson. Goes right back into the corner. Schaefer goes after it. Robinson is there. The 18-year-old from Fort Wayne. Second stint with the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Star of the year of the New York Dynamo U18 AAA program before coming back home to the Spacemen. Benavidez knocked off the puck there by Antoine Bonnet. Picked up by Preston Slater. Slater now. Volobulev to Boni, back to Wilson. Wilson with a shot, saved by DeAndrea. Kobayashi trying to get it out, kept in by Antoine Bonnet. 6:25 to go here in period number 2. 2-2 tie.
No icing on that one. It was tipped in right before it got there.
As Robert Gross
Long stretch pass.
sent it across. Landon Graham knocks it away
Nice
from fellow
block there,
17.
too.
Mikhail Gorbanov. Picked up by Kobayashi. Trying to kick it away. Nice play there by Aiden Byler. Here comes Gorbanov the other way. Mikhail Gorbanov offside.
Wilson was trying to go in
The
for
call.
a change and stayed a little bit too long on the wrong side of the blue line.
5:42 to go. Who ended up winning the bronze medal in the Women's Olympics hockey?
I do not know. That was Finland and
Switzerland or something? I don't even know.
Sweden.
Sweden. Okay.
And I do not know who took that one.
Landon Graham behind the net. Pressure by Jace Lacey. Graham up too far for Aiden Rabone. Has to go give chase. Robert Gross gets there first. Picked up by Rabone. Rabone with a shot was partially blocked. Picked up by Gianluca Varelli. Varelli. Pressure by Myasnikov. Come not out. Kept in by Graham. Graham with a shot. Patted away. And Wood had to corral that one and make the save. Other games being played today. There's a few of them for a Thursday. The Worcester Railers defeated the Boston Junior Rangers 7-1. Typhoon Hockey Club, big 7-3 win over the Florida Eels today.
There you go, boys.
That's big. Mercer Chiefs defeated the Jersey Hitmen 4-3.
That would have been a good game to watch right there.
Montreal Blackfees 3-2 winner over the St. Lazare Avalanche.
Good stick by Pika on that one.
End of 2 periods, the Pal Junior Islanders up 3-2 of the New Jersey Rockets. Later on tonight, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, Chicago T-Rox hosts the Chicago Cougars. Minnesota Mullets hosts the Northwest Express. The Bremerton Sockeyes host the Rogue Valley Royals. That's all coming up today. A fairly busy Thursday.
Upcoming penalty, and that is going to be on the Spacement.
Indeed it is. That'll put MJDP back in the Metro Jets Foundation power play. And they touch, and penalty coming. MJDP 0 for 2 in the Metro Jets Foundation power play as Michael Scully, 2-minute minor for roughing. .4:16 to go here in period number 2. As we mentioned earlier today, Fort Wayne Spacement Elite defeating the Metro Jets Elite 4-0 to clinch the 2nd seed in the USPHL Elite Midwest Division. The Spacemen will host the Metro Jets Elite March 13th, 14th, and if needed, March 15th. Nice
Good
play by
keep in
Caleb Simpson. Simpson with a shot off the post. That went off the left skate and off the post.
That completely deceived him on that. He was sliding to the right as that puck went left.
Yes, he was. Shot there, saved by DeAndrea. Short-handed opportunity by Aiden Byler. 3:45 to go here in period number 2. 2-2 tie between MJDP and the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Fort Wayne Spacemen penalty to number 81, Michael Scully. A 2-minute minor for roughing. Penalty called at 15:38 of the 2nd period. That's Spaceman Scully, 2 minutes for roughing. The 15-minute, 38-second mark of the 2nd period. That means MJDP goes back at the Metro Jets Foundation power play. did that on purpose for Q. He had to wait to play music because I was right in the middle of announcing.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
And it was Beastie Boys, too.
Oh,
Come on.
He'll play it again. Anderson. To Gamelin. Over to Lejabokov at the point. Cameron Schaefer, a lot of room to move. Shot goes just
There was
wide.
a lot of legs in the way of that shot.
Yes, there was. Now Derek Richard. Pressure by Vince Picca. Picca knocks him off the puck. Lejabokov wraps it around for Cameron Schaefer. 3 minutes to go here in period number 2. Comes back to Schaefer. Backhand pass over to John Lejabokov, who stays through center ice. He'll dump in the corner, go after his own dump in. Met there by Antoine Bonnet. Vince Picca grabs it. Picca around the boards to Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin back to Picca. Picca to a wide open Lejabokov with a shot into the glove of Sumner Wood, who hangs on with 2:31 to go here in period number 2. Still 15 seconds left in the power play. Benavidez. Off-angle shot, doesn't make it all the way to the net. McLean wraps it around the boards. Bonet will grab it. And he'll just fire it down. That'll do it for the power play. Both teams back to full strength. So the Fort Wayne Spaceman now 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Boscovich. Trying to get it over to McLean, but was knocked away by Evan Wilson. Now Ryan Jacobson got in the neutral zone. Boscovich battles there with Robert Gross. Evan Wilson sends it in the MJDP zone. Spencer Stanhope will grab it. The 19-year-old from Spring Lake, Michigan. Over to Lucas Benavidez. Now to Mario Boscovich, who sends it in. Bouncing puck just wide of Sumner Wood. Gross leaves it there for Bernay. Bonet to Aiden Byler. Byler off a skate to Colin Robinson, to Robert Gross. Back to Robinson, hopped over his stick. Minute 20 to go here in period number 2. 2-2 tie. As Robert Gross, normally a forward, playing on the blue line today for the Spacemen. Barnashov to Robinson, too far for him. Pressure on the puck there by Donald Pratt. Puck comes out, picked up by Byler. Backhand shot, just wide. Less than a minute remaining. Less than a minute remaining in the second period. Bouncing puck into the glove and out of the glove of DeAndrea. As Barnashov is intertwined with Spencer Stanhope. And finally the whistle blows. DeAndrea makes a save. 42.5 seconds left. Shots are fairly even. 9-7 in favor of Fort Wayne. Bouncing puck saved by DeAndrea. Comes back to Rabone, who gets it out in the neutral zone. Chase Lacey gloves it down for Reed Hyde, who sends it in. Caleb Simpson will grab it. Wraps it on the board. Gianluca Varelli couldn't get it out. Kept it by Rex Wellington. Now Caleb Simpson brings it out. 4-on-3 if they hurry. Rabone feeds it towards the net, looking for Smith, who deflects it up high into the glass and into the netting with 10 seconds left here in period number 2. So face off deep in the Spaceman zone. 10 seconds left here in period number 2. It's a 2-2 tie. Liam Smith takes the draw against Derek Richard. And Richard kicked out for Jace Lacey. Smith wins the draw. Varelli with a shot off the blocker of Sumner Wood. One last chance. Shot by Graham. Saved by Wood with 1.4 seconds left. Here in period number 2. And Logan DeAndrea's headed to the bench. Extra attacker. Why not with 1.4 seconds left?
Yeah, might as well try to win that face-off. Quick shot. Rip it to the net. Got two guys back. Just draw that puck back and let one rip.
Pretty much. Liam Smith will go against Jace Lacey again. Lacey won the draw.
Yeah,
doesn't allow the shot.
Did a good job tying that up to divert that situation to get that quick one-timer.
Shots on goal in the second period. Fort Wayne with 10, 2-period total of 21. While MJDP with 9, 2-period total of 17. The score at the end of 2 periods to play, the Metro Jets Development Program 2, Fort Wayne Spacement 2. DTS drivetrain specialist, second period interview coming up.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it. He was waving him over, and he was like, he tried sneaking off the ice.
Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar is going to talk to the man who scored the second goal for MJDP. It is the 19-year-old from Montgomery Village, Maryland, Ryan Jacobson, standing by with Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So, Ryan, so far you have 1 goal. How did you make that happen?
I just saw a loose puck, and I drove to the net hard, and I just put it on my backhand far side. So.
Well, it worked. So your goal broke the last tie. We're heading into the third period with another tie. What do you think the team has to do to break that?
We just have to forecheck hard, keep pucks in our zone, or in our offensive zone, and just work hard. So.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Sarah, I'm trying to remember. That's one of the very few times we have talked to Ryan Jacobson, isn't it?
Yeah, he tried to sneak off.
Yeah.
So I told him it would be quick and painless.
Well, when you walk by him, go tell him, woo!
Woo!
2 periods of play complete. MJDP Fort Wayne tied at 2. We'll take a short break, about 7 minutes or so. Come back for a second period recap. Start of the third period. You're watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Game number 2 of our Thursday doubleheader. This matchup in USPHL Premier Play. The score at the end of 2. Well, there's a lot of 2s. 2-2 tie between the Metro Jets Development Program and the Fort Wayne Spacemen. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club, behind the flight deck alongside color analyst, Black Bear TV broadcast producer Matt Naiman. Tyler Naiman is somewhere on the property, on his phone more than likely. But when he's not, he's on the camera for us. And Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar has found her second victim of the day. As we jump into the DTS Drivetrain Specialist second period recap. For over 40 years, DTS has been the place to go for hardcore drivetrain solutions, founded and run by performance enthusiasts like our good buddy Claude Plante Jr., whose son Luke Plante is doing very well with the Erie Otters of the Ontario Hockey League. DTS is the kind of place they're looking for but can never find, located in Warren, Michigan. DTS is the place for all the high-performance parts and all the hardware knowledge required to make them work in hardcore applications. Go to drivetrainspecialist.com or call 1-800-521-0628 for more information. Shots on goal in the second period. Fort Wayne with 10, 2-period total of 21. MJDP with 9, 2-period total of 17. 1 goal in that second period. Ivan Barnashov, his 29th goal of the season, came on the power play on the assist of Nikita Volobulev. That came at 10:36 to pull the Spaceman to a 2-2 tie heading into the third period.
And that was just one, Barnashov's one of those players that they got to watch out for, and they didn't catch him. He was able to get in there and tie this game up at 2.
For Fort Wayne, as far as the standings go, this game does not. There's no good way to say this game doesn't matter to them.
No, but it's they're making a statement.
Yes, they are.
Regardless, you're gonna see us again.
The road to the USPHL Premier Midwest Division's berth in the USPHL National Championships is going to go through PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah, and they're saying, hey, win or lose, we're going to tell you this is what you're going to go through. We're going to make it a game regardless, and when we see you again, we're really going to give it to you now. So this is a statement game for Fort Wayne.
MJDP needs a W today and a W tomorrow, and they need help in the Chicago T-Rex Chicago Cougars series, 3 games in 3 days, which starts tonight, 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern, face-off at Summit Ice Center, the T-Rex and the Cougars.
Am I allowed to say it?
Sure.
Go Cougars.
What MJDP needs, and we have all the love in the world for Danny Randall, head coach of the Chicago T-Rex.
I mean, it's all good. It's all in fun. It's the game of hockey. We throw garbage back and forth at each other. You know what I'm saying? It's all in fun.
But for MJDP to hang on, to get to reclaim the second seed, to secure the second seed in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division playoffs, which means home ice advantage in the second round, MJDP needs to win today. They need to win tomorrow in Fresh Coast against Fresh Coast Freeze, and they need the Chicago Cougars to win 2 of the 3 games against the Chicago T-Rex. Well, why only 2 of the 3? Well, if they win all 3, then the Cougars would then leapfrog both the T-Rex and MJDP.
Yeah. So we're rooting for the Cougars to a point.
Right.
Right?
You need the MJDP needs the T-Rex to win one of those games.
Yeah.
So here's what would happen. So let's say the Cougars, they win 3 of their final 4 games. Because they play on Sunday against Chicago Crush, which would be their 4th game in 4 days. They win 3 of them. That would give them 39 points. If the T-Rex win 1, that would give them 40 of one of the 3 games. If MJDP wins today and tomorrow, that would give them 41 points, securing the second seed.
Yeah, these point standings right now are just so tight.
The Chicago Crush, who are in the basement in the Midwest Division, they know they're the 5 seed.
Yeah.
They know they're in the first round of the playoffs. They just don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
They're either going to stay home and be the road team in the first round of the playoffs against the Cougars or the T-Rex, and there's the potential for them to come here in the first round.
Yeah, and right now, Fort Wayne's in the driver's seat right now.
Fort Wayne knows what's going on.
They're gonna be able to sit and watch that first round and
relax,
chill,
drink a Coke Zero, And for some that are 21 now, like Jace Lacey, he can crack open a beer. Sogan Bogdan Vysotsky, he's 21 now. He can crack open a nice cold brew. Although I don't think Kaylee Schrock will let them drink.
No.
Third period about to get underway. 2-2 tie. You can make the case. The most important period of the season for MJDP.
That's
right here.
That's it. They got 20 minutes. Pretty much 20 minutes do or die. Come out with the W. It's not going to be bad if it goes into overtime, but they have to win the overtime.
It wouldn't be so terrible to go to overtime and get the extra point.
But they got to win it.
They got to win it, and even if they lose it, then other scenarios come into play, and it's
opens
just
up
a mess.
Pandora's box from there.
Pretty much. It would just be a mess. Third period underway. Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, of course, the home team, wearing the patriotic white uniforms, blue shoulders, and red trim. They're skating right to left on your television screen with the Fort Wayne Spacement. You're now three-time USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions, the number one seed heading into the playoffs. They play their home games at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They are the road team, wearing the black uniforms, white, gray, and orange trim. They are skating left to right on your Black Bear TV dial. Whether it's your Android, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your big screen TV, however and wherever you're watching us, we certainly appreciate you tuning in all season long to the exclusive home of USPHL hockey. That, of course, is Black Bear TV. Borelli kicks it into the Spaceman zone, picked up by Antoine Bonnet. Here comes Bonnet. Leading scorer amongst defensemen in all of USPHL Premier. And he went crashing hard into the boards. He is slow to get up. Liam Smith now brings it for Gianluca Borelli. Over to Smith with a shot. Bouncing puck into the glove of Sumner Wood, who hangs on with 19:13 to go here in the third period. Bonet was slow to get up, but he finished the play, and now he's heading to the bench. And there's a good chance you may see Bonet sit on the bench for a while. I said, Kaylee Schrock, he wants to get out of here unscathed.
Yeah.
Landon Graham over to Alex Fournier, knocked away by Aiden Byler. And Graham sends it in. Landon Graham looks pretty comfortable in the blue line, don't he?
He does. Let's see.
The net's off the moorings.
Water bottle.
Water bottles flying. There's debris everywhere.
Carnage.
Chaos. Face off to the left for goaltender Sumner Wood. Spent a couple years in the EHL before moving up to the USPHL with the Fort Wayne Spacemen this season. The 20-year-old from North Berwick, Maine. Robinson brings it in, knocked away by Fournier. Gets it over to Ivan Barnashoff, pressured by Alex Fournier. Barnashoff through everybody, shot saved by DeAndrea with a blocker. Another shot patted away by DeAndrea. Corey Anderson grabs it.
Some key saves there by DeAndrea for sure.
Alex Fournier trying to feed it up to Vince Pickup. Robinson will send it in. Fournier will go after it. Left there by DeAndrea. Fournier, long stretch pass to Clovis Gamelin. Too far for Lucas Benavidez. Myasnikov off the helmet of Mikhail Gorbanov.
That's like 5 times in the last 2 games here.
Yeah, pretty much. Spencer Stanhope around the boards. Myasnikov sends it in. Picked up by Gorbanov. Mikhail Gorbanov with a shot. More of a shot pass to Evan Wilson. Wilson one-hands it to Myasnikov with a shot. Goes off the pad of Logan DeAndrea. Now Mario Boscovich had it taken away. Picked up by Robert Gross. Gross now to Volobuev. Volobuev to a wide open Myasnikov, who couldn't pull the trigger. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Lucas Benavidez with Corey Anderson heading toward the net. Anderson with a shot. Knocked away. And he bounces it off the back of the leg and scores! Wow. Corey Anderson has given MJDP a 3-2 lead. misfired on the breakaway and banked it off the left back of the left leg of Sumner Wood and Corey Anderson, the 20-year-old from Heartland, Michigan. His 10th goal of the season, 6th as a member of MJDP, who have the lead back at 3-2. Is that what you call puck luck?
That is puck luck right there.
Big goal by Corey Anderson.
And that's definitely, it's just some bad mojo right there, because that's just something he played the puck up just a little too far, and Wood had that space there, and it just happened to hit there and in the back.
Lacey now to Hyde, over to Derek Richard, knocked away by Thomas LeBlanc. Tomas LeBlanc now sends it in. Chris Kobayashi goes after it. Corey Anderson, his 10th of the season, from Lucas Benavidez and Ryan Jacobson at 2:35, has given MJDP a 3-2 lead. Lacey over to Reed Hyde. Hyde feeds it out in front as Richard was right there. And Brackett knocks it into the neutral zone. Metro Chess Development Program's 3rd goal. His 10th goal of the season, scored by number 18, Corey Anderson. Assisted by number 11, Lucas Benavidez. And number 49, Ryan Jacobson. Time of the goal, 2:35 on the 3rd period. That's MJDP's 3rd goal. Anderson is 10th of the season from Benavidez and Jacobson. The 2-minute 35-second mark in the 3rd period. Big goal by Corey Anderson. Ryan Jacobson's got 2 points. Goal and assist today. We may be talking to him again yet. He hates talking.
Well, yeah, we were talking to him at the break, and he goes, that's like the 5th time this half of the season. It's like, well, that's good.
That means you're doing good.
That means you're doing good this half of the season.
Right, we want to talk to you. Scully over to Wallington.
Now to the point he just might get another interview just because of that.
We may just do that. Benavidez had it knocked away by Wallington. Schaefer kicks it back over to Ivan Barnashov. Barnashov will send it in, deflected off a Lejabokov's stick. Robinson trying to find Gorbanov. Instead found Gianluca Varelli. Robinson gets it back, battles with Varelli. Gets a little bit of help from Lejabokov. Evan Wilson battles there. Over to Robinson, knocked away. Gross with a shot up high and wide. Picked up by Ryan Jacobson. Knocks into the neutral zone all the way down the Spacement end. Robert Gross will pick it up. Leads it there for Colin Robinson. Robinson over to Evan Wilson. Got in the neutral zone. Spencer Stanhope sends it right back in. Robert Gross collects. Gorbanov feeds out in front. Kept in by Stanhope. Spencer Stanhope, Matt Naiman, is quietly becoming a very efficient defenseman on that blue line.
Yeah, he's doing a good job right now reading that play, seeing what's going on with the puck and where they're placing it, and he's able to keep it in the zone.
Fort Wayne trying to get it out, and they do. Evan Wilson sends it in. Stanhope will grab it. Spaceman in the midst of a line change. Picked up by Liam Smith, who sends it in. Slater goes after it. Pressure by Aiden Rabone. Jace Lacey knocks into the neutral zone. Comes back to Derek Richard, who leaves it for Antoine Bonet. Good to see Bonet back on the ice. Backhand shot, save made by DeAndrea.
Lucky he didn't have anyone there at that back door. That was wide open.
Boscovich lobs into the neutral zone. Clovis Gamelin. Sending it across, looking for Rabone. Nice play by Bonet to get back. Back over to Landon Graham. Graham back over to Gamelin. Gamelin had it knocked away by Derek Richard, and Graham goes back after it. Over for Alex Fournier. Fournier to Rabone, who deflects it in off the linesman's skate. Picked up by Corey Anderson. Anderson fires up in the netting and out of play. 13:25 to go here in period number 3. Corey Anderson's 10th from Lucas Benavidez and Ryan Jacobson at 2:35 has given MJDP a 3-2 lead. Clovis Gamelin takes the draw against Evan Wilson of the Spaceman. Gaiman wins the draw back to Corey Anderson. To Fournier with a shot, just wide. Nikita Volobuyev to Evan Wilson. Back to Volobuyev. Cross ice over to Byler with a shot, and he scores! Aiden Byler, a beautiful feed. It's 3-3. Aiden Byler, second of the game.
Just like we had said, this is a must-win for MJDP, and this is a statement game for Fort Wayne right now, and they're not giving up on it. And good for them. They're playing both sides playing a great game here today.
Aiden Byler, the 20-year-old Fort Wayne native, second of the game, 11th of the season. It is 3-3. We talked about it, Matt Naiman. Fort Wayne knows their fate. They know they got the first round bye. They've got their third division title in 4 years. They know what's going to happen. The outcome of this game has no effect whatsoever on their standings.
Well, no.
But
the benefit to that is, too, they have nothing to lose.
No.
Right? So they can go out there and just play.
Yep.
They don't have to. It doesn't matter if they.
Big save by DeAndrea.
It doesn't matter if they're winning or losing. It doesn't matter. So they can play a game. They're comfortable. They don't have to rush the play. They don't have to do any of that stuff. So they're playing very comfortably right now.
That was a big stop by Logan DeAndrea. And here comes the Spaceman one more time. Colin Robinson will bring it in. Robinson checked to the boards by Boscovich. Kobayashi deflected in by Pratt. Fort Wayne Spaceman's third goal, his second goal of the game, 11th of the season. Scored by number 13.
Here they come again. Quick little shot up over the shoulder and out of play.
And number 79, Evan Wilson. Time of the goal, 6:50 to the third period. As a Spaceman's third goal, Byler, his second of the game, 11th of the season, from Volobuyev and Wilson, the 6-minute, 52nd mark of the third period. Volobuyev has 2 assists today. Aiden Byler has 2 goals. 3-3. McLean wins that draw off the backside of Jacobson. Picked up by Stanhope, pressured by Krukov. MJDP trying to get out of their own zone and deflected in with the netting and out of play again. 11:48 to go here in the third period. Your daughter missing you from over in the corner?
I'm texting her from up here. She's standing over there. I was like, hi.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's so freaking sweet.
I'm that dad.
Yeah. Picked up by Ryan Jacobson. Goes after it. Robert Gross gets there, icing the call. 11:34 to go here in period number 3. Oh. Well, time to pull out the Mr. Pibb Zero.
Uh-oh.
Face off deep in the MJDP zone. 3-3 tie. Corey Anderson made it 3-2 for MJDP. Then 4 minutes and 15 seconds later, Aiden Byler, his second goal of the game, has tied it again for the Spacemen. Boscovich nearly got it taken away by Reed Hyde. Was able to regroup and send it back into the Spaceman zone. MJDP in the midst of a line change. Jace Lacey had it knocked away by Caleb Simpson. McLean behind Aiden Rabone. Rabone had to go back after it. Alex Fournier. Right to Rex Wollington's stick. Now to Preston Slater. Slater now to Lacey. Had it knocked away again by Simpson. And offside. 10:53 to go here in the third period. Face off to our right. Liam Smith, important draw against Colin Robinson. Picked up by Rabone, knocked away from him, and Scully sends it in. Simpson to Smith. Went by him, Myasnikov. Taken away by Gianluca Varelli. Borelli pressured by Michael Scully, but gets it into the Spaceman zone. Liam Smith grabs it. Avoided check by Myasnikov. Barnashoff has it. A lot of offs in this game.
Yes.
Rabone. Over to Fournier. Fournier back to Rabone. Knocked away by Barnashoff. Over looking for Aiden Byler. He's got 2 RA today. Byler looking for Robinson, was tied up by Varelli. Barnashoff grabs it, pressured by Alex Fournier. Looking for Robinson, instead found Aiden Rabone, who lobs it into the neutral zone. Scully pressured by Varelli. 9:55 to go here in the third period. 3-3 tie. Volabulev to Robinson with a shot into the paraphernalia of Logan DeAndrea, who hangs on with 9:47 to go here in the third period. Face off to the left for goaltender Logan DeAndrea. And DeAndrea right off the face-off covers. We're talking about other scenarios in events of ties in the standings and all that. In a minute. Volabulev poked away by DeAndrea. Bonin with a shot, saved by DeAndrea. Corey Anderson knocks it in the neutral zone. We're talking about ties in the standings. MJDP would be okay with a tie in the standings with the Chicago T-Rex, but would not be okay with a tie in the standings with the Chicago Cougars.
Yeah.
One of many, many things to think about. And another penalty coming.
And that's going to be on the Jets.
It's on Corey Anderson.
Interference.
Slash. I should have bet you.
I didn't even see what happened. I was throwing it out there.
Fort Wayne's 1 for 3 on the power play. MJDP 2 for 3, and they'll take it to the mat. Michigan Athlete Training penalty kill, an important penalty kill here for MJDP.
Yes.
MJDP has 1 shorthanded goal this season. And it's by the man who just cleared it down, Chris Kobayashi. Big hit by Donald Pratt on Preston Slater. Puck goes into the MJDP zone. Time winding down. Corey Anderson, 2-minute mark for slashing at 10:54. Over to High with a shot, and he scores!
That was there all day long. He saw that, and he just wasn't able to get down and over in time.
Reed Hyde, the 20-year-old Fort Wayne native. His 7th goal of the season, 2nd power play goal of the game for the Spacemen, who retake the lead at 4-3. $8:29 to go. Special teams, so important, Matt Naiman.
That's it. That's it.
Reed Hyde, his 7th goal of the season, has given the Spacemen a 4-3 lead. Liam Smith over to Lejabokov. Caleb Simpson with a lot of room, with a shot, goes up high and wide. And Fort Wayne grabs it. Wilson to Barnashoff. Barnashoff to Byler off the crossbar.
Wow.
Oh, Byler almost had his 3rd goal of the game. Spacemen have MJDP scrambling now, trailing 4-3. Reed Hyde, as we mentioned, with the goal. His 7th of the season on the assist from Antoine Bonet at 11:32. Fort Wayne's
Yeah, and we'll see how Deandria reacts. He had that goal and then that another quick shot that rang off the crossbar. We'll see how he's going to react to this as they come back down the other end. As Lejabokov's going to go back down to the collect, pass that up to Smith, up into his skates. And here comes Robson over.
7:05 to go. So much on the line for MJDP. Bonet brings it in. Avoided the check by Simpson, and he scores! Antoine Bonet went top shelf on Logan Deandria. It's 5-3.
Yeah, that's kind of just what I was talking about on how we would react. You had that one goal, then rang it off the crossbar, next shot, goal.
Antoine Bonet, the 20-year-old from Bromont, Quebec, Canada, the leading scorer amongst defensemen in the USPHL Premier, just scored his 24th goal of the season. It's 5-3 Spacement. MJDP now with their backs against the wall. At one point, Matt Naiman, they were leading this period.
Yeah.
3-2. Fort Wayne has responded with 3 unanswered goals. And Bonet picks it up. Over for Preston Slater with a shot off the blocker of Deandria. Derek Richard keeps it in for Reed Hyde. Hyde over to Bonet. Bonet signals his way through, knocked away by Ben McLean. Come back to Preston Slater. Slater pressured by Jacobson. Shot there was blocked. Jacobson now grabs it. He can send Lucas Benavidez, and Benavidez hops over his stick. Antoine Bonet, his 24th goal of the season from Nikita Volobulev at 13:08.
Fort Wayne Spaceman's 5th goal.
Boscovich from the blue line is going to fire a shot, goes get tipped.
Antoine Bonet, assisted by number 15, Nikita Volobulev.
Woods able to keep that out. Another shot coming from the blue line. He decided to pass it up along the wall, puts it around back.
From Volobulev at the 13-minute, 8-second mark of the 3rd period.
And Fort Wayne's able to get it out in the neutral zone.
Boscovich sends it in. Bouncing puck. Wood makes the save. 5:31 to go. We mentioned, Matt Naiman, there is a scenario where MJDP does not get the first round bye and could fall back to the 4th seed, which means they would host a first round playoff matchup against the Chicago Crush. The winner of that series would play, you guessed it, the Fort Wayne Spacemen in round number 2. There is that scenario on the table. Anderson with a shot was blocked there by Scully. Scully couldn't get it out, kept in by Stanhope. Anderson grabs it for Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin back to Anderson, over to Boscovich. Boscovich with a shot, save made by Sumner Wood. Time winding down, 4:55 to go here in the 3rd period. Barnashoff sends it in.
I'm telling you, it's the visor.
Oh, yeah? Ivan Barnashoff. As Vince Pickup may have gotten away with one there. Anderson to Pickup. Lost it in his skates. Robert Gross grabs it over to Barnashoff. Ivan Barnashoff sends it in. Logan Deandria. This is despite the absence of leading scorer Bogdan Vysotsky. Aiden Byler, 2 goals. Nikita Volobulev, 3 assists today.
Yeah, they got the guys that they need to step up. They're stepping up, and
Antoine Bonet, a goal and an assist. As Wood covers with 4:04 to go here in the 3rd period. And again, Matt Naiman, we talked about the scenario.
It's your fault for mentioning overtime.
There is a scenario.
I'll slap you when we get off air. How's that?
Right.
I need you to finish this up. We got 4 minutes left.
Yeah. There is a scenario where MJDP, as we mentioned, we could be right back here next weekend. First round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Schaefer had it knocked away. Lejabokov will send it in off the glass to Varelli. Smith lets it go for Rabone. Had it taken away by Gorbanov. It comes back to Cameron Schaefer. Pressured by Preston Slater. Comes back to Rabone. Rabone with a shot. Saved by Wood.
Oh, right out front,
couldn't corral it. 3:30 to go. Back to Schaefer. Schaefer with a shot. Again off the glove. Right through the goal mouth. Comes back to Lejabokov with a shot. Was blocked by Bonet. Antoine Bonet. Pressured by Liam Smith. Gets it over to Preston Slater. Slater to Gorbanov. Not kept in by Schaefer. Nice play. 3:05 to go. At one point, Matt Naiman, his head coach Jake Howie, pulled Logan DeAndrea.
Well, I mean, obviously they obviously can't do it now, but I think
He's got to be thinking about it.
Yeah, they're definitely thinking about it, but the Jets are going to have to really get in the zone and really have
penalty coming. It's on the Spacement.
All right, well, now that really, really changes the game here.
2-minute line for interference on Jace Lacey.
The mustache man. So, yeah, I mean, right now is a perfect opportunity to do that, to get them right back into this game, score on the power play. Then you still have the opportunity to pull your goaltender to keep the man advantage for the rest of the game. That could be very, very challenging for Fort Wayne.
Yes, it could. 5-3. MJDP had a 3-2 lead, 2:35 into the third period. Fort Wayne has responded with 3 unanswered goals. Peacock couldn't pull the trigger. And the puck goes back down the MJDP zone. 2:30 to go. Keep one eye on the play. Keep one eye on Logan DeAndrea ahead to the bench at some point.
Fort Wayne Spacement penalty to number 25, Jace Lacey.
So there's still a minute and 25 left of that power play. So plenty of time left to score a goal on the power play, but Jets don't have a lot of time to do it. There's just over 2 minutes, 2:05 left here in this third period.
MJDP goes back to the Metro Jets Foundation power play.
Shot there, a save made as Corey Anderson grabs a rebound. MJDP 0 for 3 on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. Minute 45 to go. Anderson to Lucas Benavidez coming off the bench. Evan Wilson knocks it away. Wilson will just send it down into the MJDP zone. Mario Boscovich grabs it. A minute 30 to go here in the third period. Expect DeAndrea to head to the bench at any time. Corey Anderson brings it in with a little bit of help from Benavidez. Donald Pratt sends it into the corner. Off the side of the net, and Robert Gross grabs it. Gross will send it down. Got it out of the zone, and now picks up his own dump. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Gross with a shot up to the netting and out of play. Minute 3 to go here in the third period.
Now, the wife brought up something. We were looking at going to Golden Creek after this game, but she brought up Golden Creek or Hamlin Pub. Hamlin Pub is pretty dang
I was
good.
at Hamlin Pub last week.
Yeah.
Bonet, that was a smart move there to kill off more time.
Less than a minute remaining in the third period.
Boscovich goes after it. Volobulev knocks him to the ice. And Volobulev just knocked Boscovich again to the ice. Both teams back to full strength.
Both teams back to full strength.
Fort Wayne is fine with killing time here in the third period. 30 seconds left. And we talked about it, Matt Naiman, at the beginning of this game. MJDP does not control their own fate. They really don't control their own fate now. Boscovich with the puck. MJDP not even able to pull Logan DeAndrea. And the Fort Wayne Spacemen will finish the season with a 4-game winning streak, 33-11-0-0, 66 points. As the horn will sound, final score, Fort Wayne Spacemen 5, MJDP 3. MJDP falls to 18-23, 1-0. And now they really need some help in the form with the T-Rex and the Cougars games. And that scenario we talked about in the broadcast where they could fall to the 4th seed and have to play in the first round, that just became real for MJDP.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Shots on goal in the third period. Fort Wayne Spacemen with 12, game total of 33, while MJDP with 12, game total of 29. Final score, Fort Wayne Spacemen 5, Metro Jets Development Program 3.
MJDP now, we talked about it, their fate no longer in their own control. They have to rely on the outcomes of the Chicago T-Rex, Chicago Cougars games the next 3 days. Even if they win tomorrow against the Fresh Coast Freeze, their fate is not in their own hands.
No, they definitely need some help. A win here today, they would have been helping themselves, but they weren't able to do that here today, and so now they need some help from some outside sources, and it's going to be some big help for them.
MJDP, I mean, the scenario, it makes tomorrow's game against Fresh Coast an absolutely must win.
Yeah, and and that's just the thing with Fresh Coast. I mean, we've seen games to where, they've gotten clobbered. But we've seen games that, and it's just like, where did they come from? Their Fresh Coast is, they've had a roller coaster of a season, and with Fresh Coast, you don't know what to expect from them. That's what can make it so hard to play.
If the Chicago Cougars get 7 points out of the 8 possible, they will pass MJDP
and drop them to 4th.
If the T-Rex get 1 point, actually one win will knock out MJDP out of second.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here doing the math in my head as we're looking at this. The Cougars get 7 out of 8 points. MJDP falls to the 4th seed, and the first round bye is null and void.
It's off the table.
But the only bright side to that first round playoff series against the Chicago Crush would be here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. That's the only bright side to that.
Yeah, and it would be 2 games obviously here the home ice, but makes it easier.
But the winner of that potential series, know who the next opponent would be?
It would be Fort Wayne.
The Fort Wayne Spacemen at PSM Ice House.
Any of that with what we're looking at, the road to nationals goes through Fort Wayne.
Just like on the elite side, the road to nationals goes through the Chicago Crush.
Yeah.
Final score 5-3. By the way, your SESpayroll.com 3 stars of the game. Number 3 star, 1 goal, 1 assist for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, the number 7 Antoine Bonnet. Number 2 star of the game, 3 assists today for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, the 15 and Nikita Volobulev. And your number 1 star of the game, 2 goals today for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, the 13 of Aiden Byler. A reminder tomorrow, Friday, February 20th, MJDP in a must-win situation against the Fresh Coast Freeze tomorrow, Friday, February 20th. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 11:45 a.m. Face-off at 12:15. That game will be followed by the Metro Jets against the Cincinnati Cyclones. Both games, the regular season home finales here at MCIA. Matt Naiman, final thoughts?
No, I mean, Fort Wayne came to play. Simple as that. And it was as you said it before, it doesn't matter win or lose for them. But like I said, this was a statement game. they know that the road to the Nationals has to go through them. So it was, we're going to give you a taste of what you're going to go through down the road to get to Nationals.
For all of us, the Metro Jets Hockey Club, for all the volunteers, management, and staff here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, as well as the Metro Jets Hockey Club. For Pete Kamick, Justin Kenville, Jake Howie, Jamie Lovell, Jake Howie, Danny Vanderweel, as well as Mike Sutt, Joe Muller, Paulie Sheridan, Randy Wilson, Matt McKinder, as well. As we mentioned, all the volunteers and staff management here with the Mount Clemens Ice Arena, the Metro Jets Hockey Club. For our cameraman, Tyler Naiman. For our Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club Honors reporter, Sarah Vassar. For my partner in crime, Matt Naiman. My name is Matt Preer. Saying good afternoon. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for the final 2 regular season home games on the USPHL Premier side. Final score, Fort Wayne Spacement 5, Metro Jets Development Program 3. You've been watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. Good afternoon, everybody.